You son of a bitch. You dirty son of a bitch.
Dude, total accident, I swear to God.
You messed it all up, guys. We gotta start all over. We had total silence. It was perfect.
Why do we need to be so quiet right then?
Because the podcast version sounds horrendous. It just sounds off. Like if there's any noise when there's nothing.
We're just trying to become more professional, Dean.
You're right. Get your shit together.
I'm kind of confused as to why that little blurb will ruin that.
No, it won't at all. I was just messing with you.
Okay, I was like, I don't get it. I don't understand.
Yeah, Dean,
you're totally fine, man. Don't worry about it. Welcome, Level Uppers, to the Level Up Show, episode 114. This is a gaming dedicated talk show on every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. I am one of your co-hosts, Andrew. I make the show in Midori. I am joined tonight by the classy douchebag, Mike McLaughlin. We also got the Beast from the East, Dean Marchese.
That's me.
And for this week only, at least for the foreseeable future, we got
DUP member, the Department of Unified Protection. I'm in search of a metahuman, a.k.a. Conduit.
That was really creative.
Also known as Greg Verga. I don't think in that whole entire spiel you once said the name.
You shouldn't.
I'm sorry. Do they not know my name by now?
Some people might.
Way to bring it up, Drew! Guys, I also want to say I'm dressed as a rainbow tonight. I have green socks, although they kind of look like they have poop on the bottom. Then I have blue shorts, then I have a yellow shirt, and then I have my red Sunset Last of Us cap.
So
if you can see that.
Purple.
Okay, Mike. Let's not point at all the colors of the rainbow. Obviously, I'm not a full rainbow.
You're close.
Sorry.
We have many people in the room. We got Split Maniac, who's just joining us after a long time. He's on a spring break. It's nice to have you back, Bryce. We got Henry in the room,
Henry
which is awesome. T-Maters here, Strife Girl, Guitar Freak, Bulldog Brad,
Done.
Tobes.
Done.
So many good people in the room.
Whoever else we don't know, welcome.
Yes,
Thanks
welcome.
for dropping
Job 32X. Turn off.
in. Yeah, stick around. We hope you like what you see.
Yes, if you do like what you see, nice little segue there, Dean. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
If
Right
you do
below
like what
me.
you've seen, yeah, Greg.
Right below me, everybody, there's a heart button from any device you're watching this from. All you're going to do is tap it, then you get notifications from whenever it is that we go live. I love it.
It's a very important thing. Great way to support the show.
Give us your hearts, give us your
Hey,
hearts.
Jen Coulter's secretly in the room.
Jen
Oh.
Not in the chat, but she's on the
Coulter.
viewers list. And I
Be
got
careful.
it.
Be careful, Dean.
What is she, a fiance or something? Way to bring her up.
Guys, if you like us, also check out all of our other channels. We got youtube.com/a level up show, level spelled LVL, for archives of everything we do. But this guy here, Greg, and Dean do a really cool show every Saturday. It's called Power Up.
Dun, 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 dun.
They talk about superhero comic books and all that nerdiness.
That's what I do every time.
Even cooler,
No,
actually.
flying. Like a superhero.
I think people got that.
Yeah,
Isn't that what... Wait, that's why I do it every time.
I got that.
I got it. Yeah.
I got it too. It looked like you were falling off the chair.
Well, I have to make it
He
look
doesn't
like
have too much room here.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm trying to... Look, I'm flying off
I don't know if you know him. He can't actually fly. He just fakes it.
Oh, really?
What would you do if I flew around the basement? Oh god, this is gonna be
I
a
feel like
good
that would be a
show.
waste of time.
I'm just so happy.
What's even cooler, though, is that you can get early access to Power Up. You can get it usually Tuesdays around there, 5 days early, if you are a Patreon supporter. It's the best way to support the network. Go to patreon.com/levelupnetwork. Donate just $1 or more per month,
That's
and
how
you
you
will
make it
get
rain.
some of those perks. And if you can get us to $100 monthly, we're going to do another lip sync battle tournament. So
I thought that was fun the first time.
it was great.
It was cool.
You don't remember it because you became Miley Cyrus.
Right.
Oh my god, that was me?
That was you.
Wow, I love that performance of Wrecking Ball. Wait, that was, what's his name? Oh my god. Really good looking kid. I forget his name, but really good looking.
Oh, I totally believed you there.
Yeah.
You fooled me. I had no idea what was going on. I was like, what's he talking about right now?
I talked about myself being good looking. I'll be here all night. I also heard you're now on like the pedophiles watch list.
I am.
Yeah.
Only if it's bears, though.
Little Bear.
Also, we have Twitter, guys, at the Level Up Network, level spelled LVL. Follow us on there to keep in contact with us. You can even tweet at us with hashtag on the spot if you want to be a featured question on one of our Sunday shows. It's all going across the screen at some point. Just follow those channels if you want to support us.
American Husky specifically shouted out me and you and said, "What's up?"
Why just us?
I don't know,
That's my
but I
question.
figured this is the time when we normally say what's up with everybody. So
Yeah, I
let's
was going to do that.
Let's start with you.
Well, with me, that's not how it works.
wait,
We never do
real
that.
quick.
Why?
Real quick. A pandophile?
A panda.
I
I'll allow
hated that. He said, "I'll allow it."
I think the most appropriate.
Roll out.
Thanks.
I mean,
Oh
I
my
thought
God, I
the
wish
most
we had
obvious would be
slushes.
pedo bear, but
Pedobear is a character. Pandophile is a
A play on words. I guess.
terrible word that I don't like.
No, we always start with Dean. How are you doing, Dean?
I'm doing fine, Andrew. Thank you for asking.
It sounded very believable.
I'm doing well. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy we're all here.
Oh,
yeah.
I was really looking forward to this all week. Doing great.
Touch my hand, but through the air.
How can we get flying?
Also known as a hand air 5.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what is he,
Hand air
fancy
five
or
or just an
something?
air five?
Air
Like
5
the
too.
host of the
Okay.
show. Who would have thought?
How you doing, Mike?
I'm alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
I feel like every time you say that anymore, it's always like,
Yeah,
it's going good.
My
Usually
mind
means it's a
voice
lie.
is like a
it's
lot
like
higher.
when Brian and Stewie talk on Family Guy.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You still working on that?
You still living on that?
I can't even do it. I lost my voice last night. God rest
You
it.
got some interesting characters.
I love it.
You gonna develop those interesting people. That's a good skit.
So,
God.
I remember people used to use that whenever like a game was delayed tremendously, like
Oh,
Final
for real?
Fantasy 15. They would
Yeah.
put that GIF together with the Final Fantasy 15 logo.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, you interesting characters.
You know too many gifs. He showed us a gift last night, and it was like, what was it?
It was a newscaster.
The newscaster
happy
one.
newscaster,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Oh my god. That was
I feel
so
like we
funny.
need to do that every time we're happy.
That is
Oh, he does his
funny.
little fist bump. He just
Was
goes,
it?
yeah, and then he goes,
He just fist bumps
like that. It's just it's so good. It's just
The
like,
smile
Underneath
on
him,
that
it's like
guy's
it's like
face
it's
is
like
amazing.
yeah, and then it's like fuck yeah.
yeah. It's so good.
Crazy.
You
would know Gip.
I wish you were better, Mike, because your high-pitched voice tells me.
Things are askew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I
been
had
an
a little bit of
interesting
a
week.
rough week, but I'm happy
Yeah.
that the weekend is here.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Weekends
Yeah.
are always like I feel like weekends are like the time where like the week ends.
Thanks,
I
guys.
especially enjoy
I
Sundays.
feel like that just
because
sacrificed your entire how you use this
we
weekend.
feel like I
You're
feel
done.
like I don't want to say I feel better than everyone else because everyone else's weekend ends and like now's the time when everyone's like back to work tomorrow and I'm like
But ours
tomorrow's
go till
Sunday for me
And ours go till Monday.
yeah, it's
I
the
hate
best.
you guys for that.
I love it.
I wanted to say, I feel like
Power
the
Warners
opening
is
of this episode is so bathed in sarcasm that nobody has any idea who we are or where we came from.
Probably.
But yeah, I'm doing good. I had a good week. Got a lot done around the house. Did not play a lot of games. I'll be honest with you. I did not play a lot. Not a good trophy war week for me. Just getting super busy. The closer and closer I get to the baby and whatnot, it's getting really tough. Greg and I literally chainsawed down a tree yesterday.
We did.
It was a
A
timeout.
tree fell down in Drew's yard, but it went into his neighbor's yard. So then his dad ended up coming over. First of all, to remove a tree is very expensive. So like, never get a tree removed. Like,
got
buy a
estimates,
chainsaw
yeah.
and do it yourself.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Number one. Number two, I ended up climbing the tree. Drew ended up throwing logs at me. We almost killed Bogey like once or
Yeah.
twice. It was good though.
Why did you leave?
Now you
Bogey
have a bunch of
inside?
firewood for the summer.
I have way too much firewood.
That's good though.
Yeah.
I
That
filled up his
means-
whole, you know, like those ring racks. They can't answer me back. But if you know, like the ring racks that you can put logs in for like your deck, that's what we filled up a whole thing, like the whole entire thing.
And then there's about 3 times as much
Yeah.
still
Like,
other than that.
yep, mhm.
Yeah, so
Agreed.
that was fun. That took like 4 hours and was exhausting.
Yeah.
And then Greg put together an entire dresser today for no reason. Just
I'm really happy. They bought me a dresser for my bedroom here. Like, why do I have my own bedroom in their house? I'm literally your child.
it was hella awkward actually too. They said it was hella expensive. It was hella awkward because we got
Ooh.
3 estimates
I don't
and then
know.
we were about to go with a certain team that was going to do it for $650. That was the cheapest.
That seems really high.
Yeah.
Was it? Because the other guys
'Cause
were
the
above
other-
$1,000.
$1,000 to remove a tree. I'm sorry. What are you gonna do? Drop it?
After the storm we talked about earlier,
Yep.
the
Yeah.
big bad
Yeah.
hurricane we
Yep.
had here, I had a guy
Big bad.
come. He was down the street removing a neighbor's tree. He came to my house. He was like, "If you get cash, he's like, I'll do it right now as soon as I'm done. Then for $250, and he did it.
That's
and
nice.
I paid him.
Must be.
I was
Well,
like,
my
I'll go to
dad-
the ATM right now.
Did it for free. Because my dad came over to pick up something, and I showed him the tree, and I was like, "Yeah, we're getting somebody to take it out." He's like, "How much are they charging you?" $650. He's like, "What?"
Yeah, it's
He's like, "I'll do it right now for
Right.
free."
I'm telling you, that's
and I was
high.
like, "All right,
Literally,
I
his
guess."
dad pulled a chainsaw out of the trunk of his car and said, "I'm gonna chop down the tree."
Yeah.
And all I hear was, I'm like, "What's happening?"
But
I
here's-
look outside, it's Drew and his dad.
Here's where it gets awkward.
Oh, this is the
A
best part.
team of like 8 people suddenly walk into our backyard. They're the team that thought they were coming over. They were supposed to come like next week,
That's
but they had an
amazing.
opening. So they walk in and we're like chopping down the tree, and they're like, "We're here to chop down the tree," and we're
Oh my
like,
God,
we're
it's
doing it
ridiculous.
already. I'm
Kristen
sorry."
goes, my husband called. They're like, no, we never got a phone call. She's like, okay, well, we're on it. So they awkwardly walked out of the backyard.
That's
It
awesome.
was super awkward.
It was my favorite. It was really good, though.
So that was our weekend.
Yeah.
Unless you have something else to say. I won't
Um,
speak for you.
No, I'm still really good looking. I'm really happy. I'm still talking to that guy Chris.
Still a
so
lot of
that's really
sarcasm in
good.
this.
Yeah.
No, that's all the truth, I feel. Bogey, I'm really excited I got to see him again this weekend. He makes me so happy. Friend of the Level Up Show, Eric and I went out by ourselves in New Jersey last night and got wasted. So that was exciting.
That's nice.
We met random females that I never thought I would meet.
That
I went to
happens.
bed.
Yeah.
What a
It was awesome.
relatable story.
I was so tired.
Yeah.
I went to bed too.
What time did I come home?
You came home at 5 a.m.
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
What time did we wake up? Like 10?
Yeah, around there.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I came
It was a
home
weekend.
with the intention to play games and earn trophies, and then I laid in bed, and
Same.
the sugar rush became a sugar
Totally
crash,
done.
and
Yeah.
I was dead.
I
Wait, can
really
we just
thought
discuss my favorite
last
part
night I
of
was
coming
gonna
home
be,
at 5
like,
a.m.
really
was
gone.
Drew being... This is just describes how much you're my parent. I literally walked in the door at 5 a.m., didn't know what time it was, I'm drunk, and I walk up the stairs and Drew goes, "Did you have fun?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll tell you all about it tomorrow. Thank you so much. I love you. Have a great night." He's like, "Okay, have a good night." And walked back into the bedroom. I'm like, "This is the best." I loved it.
The Level Up Show is a gaming dedicated talk show
would've thought?
on every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. And now we're about to get into our official non-gaming portion of the show.
I know. I feel like at the beginning of the show, where I was like, "Oh, like we talk about video games," and then the whole first half an hour is never about video games.
No, but really, this is the end.
No, but come on.
It's called The Level Up Show Has No Game. It is 3 non-gaming topics at 2 minutes each.
We have 3 amazing stories.
I wouldn't go that far, but...
No,
yes.
I love all of these.
All right, let's get into
That's
it.
nice.
First up, I don't have my papers. I'm just going to look at what's on screen.
Here.
No, it's up there. It's okay. Daisy Ridley. I think everybody knows that she is in the running right now to
I don't
play
think I've ever heard of it.
Laura
Who is she?
Croft. She was best known for Rey in Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Oh, the indie film. I loved it. It was splendid with the sabers of light.
Yes.
Love those. It was splendid.
Get out.
What do you mean? No, I'm really excited for this. She might be up for Lara Croft. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, 2 best franchises, the best girl
Yeah.
ever.
That's cool. She would have like
She already has the British accent. 1.
I like the voice. I like the. There's things I like a lot, but there's something about it that I don't know if she can land.
What is
for
that?
Lara Croft?
Don't say the boobs. 'cause
I
that would be
know.
very
No.
upset.
I hate
Careful
that.
here.
I hate
I mean,
that a lot.
the games
shit.
have been going for more of a younger version, and I think she could totally pull it off.
And this comes right
Yeah.
off the heels of the news of the writers of the movies are saying that they're taking all of their inspiration from the brand new rebooted Tomb Raider and Rise of the Tomb Raider franchise.
Right,
So I
yeah.
feel like she fits that role immensely well.
A lot of people are kind of saying they feel like, should she really, like, is it going to be too much having her at the helm of 2 giant franchises? But like, the argument I would make for that is Star Wars. She doesn't own Star Wars. She can never be the
Yeah.
face of that franchise.
No,
Star Wars
right.
is bigger than any
Yeah.
one character. So this
Agreed.
would be cool because she could become like, as Robert Downey Jr. is like the Iron Man
As a man?
franchise.
Yeah.
You know, and,
As
like
a man, you're just a man, but
she
as a
can
symbol,
be.
A lot of the other
So
rumors
much.
going around are I don't know if you guys know this, but the woman that actually voices her and does all her mocap and everything in the game
It kinda looks like her a little bit,
identical
yeah.
to her, and she already voices her in the video
I think
game.
they got to go younger though, like Daisy. And the thing
I mean,
is,
she's only 26. Camilla Luddington is
Oh, okay.
BT Dubs.
I was
That's
a
not
little
that
off
bad.
there, but still, I like that they're going after the game version of Lara Croft,
me too.
and Daisy really certainly does fit that. But I am a little concerned that they're going to try and sexualize her at least the tiniest bit because Lara Croft is so known for that.
No.
You know, how, like Keira Knightley, even though she's this is getting weird territory, but she's really flat. But they actually painted on her boobs in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah,
I
that
see
was
them
all-
doing something like that, and it's
was
going to
all-
be weird.
No, I'm okay with that not happening.
Next up, Greg is super excited about this news. Please, Greg, tell us.
Everybody, so it was first released that Batman vs Superman was gonna withhold us information. There was a theatrical release that was gonna be an R-rated version that's coming in the director's cut of the film, and that Jenna Malone's character, which is the multicolored hair girl that you're seeing on the screen there, she is not gonna be in the theatrical release. She will only be on the director's cut. So everyone was like, "Oh, is she gonna be Batgirl? Is she going to be Robin?" And they were like, "No, I can honestly say," I believe it was the director who said it. He said, "I can honestly say that she's not playing
He
Batgirl
said
or Robin."
I can happily confirm. He like was
Yeah.
trying to make it
Yeah.
sound like he didn't want.
But we got a leak of information that states all their characters and all the superheroes that they're playing in the film, and Jenna Malone is listed as a I don't know if you guys know her, Barbara Gordon, aka the Oracle, aka Batgirl.
Well,
Here's what I would like
that's
to
the
get
thing.
into.
Those are 2 different things. We don't know if it's going to be Oracle.
That's the
Batgirl.
thing.
Right.
I think it's going to be Oracle because
Or-
this is the 8-rated R version.
Yeah,
We're going to
that's
get
what
the
I
Killing
think.
Joke
A
scene.
lot
think
of
we're
people.
getting that.
A lot of
Me too.
people also forget that she
God.
in the Batman Beyond universe was Commissioner Gordon. she's that Commissioner
Right,
Gordon.
yeah.
So it could go a number of different ways.
But do we
Well, we
get
already have
a
Commissioner Gordon
surprise?
confirmed as what's his face.
How long will he be alive? We don't know.
Oh, that's true.
Who knows?
Do we get a surprise appearance from Jared Leto as the Joker in this film? Maybe even him in Shadows flashback of him shooting Barbara Gordon, her becoming Oracle. But it's only, of course, in the unrated edition
I
because
don't
that's a very
think
violent
so.
thing.
If they're gonna cut that out of the main
Yeah,
movie, they're
no.
really fucking up, dude.
Yeah.
That'd be a
But that's the
big
thing. Maybe that's
mistake.
what's pushing it towards our territory because that's really violent.
You know what I see in this movie being with her? I see them. I say what's going to be cut is like a little Easter egg, almost like at the end of The Dark Knight Rises, where Joseph Gordon-Levitt is like, "Oh, you should use your real name more, honey. It's so sweet." And he's like, "Oh, Robin," that little thing. Like it's gonna be like a little nod to Barbara Gordon, but not as cheesy as that. I think they're gonna do a little nod and be like, "Oh, like who are you?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm like Commissioner Gordon's daughter." And then in the next movie, we see her suit up as Batgirl. That's my dream.
I'm just curious, why is she cut out of the rated edition?
I
That's
just
what's
think they
confusing.
have too many characters, and it said
There's a lot
already.
going on.
It said already that she's not going to be playing Batgirl this first.
And next up, I want to talk about the amazing movie that is Mean Girls.
I told you 3 out of 3 good stories. What?
We were talking about Mean Girls just recently.
Yes.
Here's the question. What is the most memorable quote from Mean Girls?
There's a right answer
so
and there's a
fetch.
lot of wrong.
Not that so fetch, no.
No.
Incorrect.
Really?
I don't know. That's tough. There's a lot.
I
of really
asked Drew this
quotable
question the other
lines.
night when we were streaming. We had a late night trophy stream, and I said, "Drew, I just love Mean Girls so much, but like, what's the best line?" And I said, "There's only one right answer."
2 for you, Glen Coco. Good for you.
Yeah.
Glen Coco.
When they're hitting at the candy.
It's the best. It's the best.
That's a good one. Yeah.
It's a good one. I don't know
Good
why.
for you, Glen
It's,
Coco.
it's super quotable.
I love that line. That's my
But
favorite.
the whole reason we're putting this on screen is they're making a Broadway musical version of
That's
Mean Girls,
crazy.
and Tina Fey is writing it.
I
Yeah.
feel like I'm
awesome.
okay
Which
with
I
this.
think is awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah. I think it's going to be awesome. One of the only Broadway shows I've ever seen, I've only seen 3 Broadway shows, and one of them that I've seen is Legally Blonde, and I never thought I would like a musical, especially about that. I don't like the movie at all.
I want you to guess the one Broadway show I've ever been to.
Cats.
Bad, terrible guess.
I want
so
to say...
obvious. The answer is disgustingly obvious.
Spider-Man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
I mean, I figured it right away.
Yeah, but for this one, Tina Fey's writing it, which I think is cool, and I think it has potential to... I don't know what like the musical numbers
That's
or
what I
anything
was
would be,
wondering.
but,
Like, what scenes? Well, obviously Jingle Bell Rock.
yeah, Jingle Bell Rock has to
Right.
be in.
That
If they
makes
don't
sense.
do Jingle Bell Rock, then
Yeah.
it's not going on
And
Broadway.
do they kick the boombox
Yes,
into somebody's face
yes,
in the
yes,
crowd?
yes.
Now she's from
Oh my God,
Africa.
he's-
What the beginning is like the beginning of Lion King.
Oh my god, I love that. They literally hold her up. Wait, they need to have obviously all the characters. I think would be remaking the,
I would hope
the
so.
appearances. You need ESPN Karen holding her tit. You need what's the other girl's name? Oh, Gretchen.
Gretchen
Wiener.
Wieners.
Wieners. Yeah, how could
That's
you
so
forget
fetch.
it? Her
How is
father
this not the best movie ever?
It's a
invented
great
Toaster
movie.
Strudel.
It's such a good movie. But it really translates well, I think. Like, you're going to have all those scenes where it kind of becomes non-reality, where they become all animals, and they're
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like
Oh my
there's
God,
so
they're
many
all
great
mad.
scenes.
She tackles her over the lunch table. It's my favorite.
I would go see this on Broadway.
I would 100%.
We should
That's
all
what I
be-
was
all
thinking
go
of,
see it on
actually.
Broadway together.
This Mel said it perfectly. Boo, you whore. I feel like is the most quotable.
It's a very quotable movie. It just in general.
I just love the Glen Coco line, and I loved the other night that's my favorite line, and Drew said it without hesitation. He was just like,
Yeah.
"Oh my gosh!" I was like, "Oh my god!"
That's why we're brothers.
Please,
From
ringtone.
another mother. Oh, wait.
Ringtone. Oh my god, that was solid.
That was a good one.
It's a good ring touch there.
That was a good ring.
All right, now let's get actually into gaming stuff. Dean, what you been playing this week?
I played a lot of tiny Vita titles, like really quick Vita titles. I've been had stored up for a while, so I knocked all of those out. I played through the majority this week of Amazing Spider-Man 2 on PS3, which was just like
I heard that was
just such
phenomenal.
a chore. The PS4 version, I don't understand what happened because the PS4 version I liked enough.
Yeah.
I knew what I was getting into, as I always do. Like, it was a movie game. I was like, I don't care. It's Spider-Man, I want to swing around.
Yeah.
It's fun. The swinging's fun, but like the downgrade from the PS4 version of that game to the PS3 version is like night and day, dude.
For real?
It's usually like a small
Yeah,
like visual thing. This was like holy shit, like it was big, it was bad.
that's
It had,
crazy.
like frame rate, graphics, the whole king and boodle.
I find that a lot with the Telltale games
Yeah,
from PS4
yeah,
to
that's
PS3.
super true. Yeah,
They chug so much. Like half the time, I'll miss like the quick what is that called? QuickTime event.
QuickTime event, yeah.
I'll miss the QuickTime event because it'll be loading the next scene. I'm like, that's insane.
yeah, I played that. That's about it. I got through all that, and I played a bunch of little Vita games this week. That's about it. I had some family stuff this week, so I didn't play that much, but that was it.
Sounds like we all might have had a little bit of a light week.
I had a really
Besides
good week.
you that played tons of Division.
Yeah.
So tell us.
I was
how you
zoning
feeling?
out into the Division. I mean, it's good. It's a great game. I'm loving it. It had a much better grasp on you, I guess, is what I was.
Got a hold on you.
Yeah, I feel like the biggest worry with the beta was like, oh, it's not going to have enough, and it's going to get more. And I mean, it's still unforeseen, and in a month, I think it's going to be a completely different, I guess, answer to how I'm liking it. But as of right now, I'm loving every part of it. Like,
That's
I
awesome.
can't get enough of it.
Nice.
The loot is consistently rewarding, even if it's disappointing. Like, there's enough consistency of getting loot
just
drops
getting
or anything
stuff,
like that,
yeah.
which is a big thing for me. Like, that's
Yeah.
why I play Diablo so much. Is so it's good. The leveling system works really, really well.
Mm-hmm.
The hub base and growing your hub base and getting your perks and everything like that works really well. I'll tell you right now, I have never seen a game so seamless with connecting with other players. Like,
That's
I was
awesome.
playing with
especially at launch too.
Right.
I was playing with Carlos Interstriker as well as
Yeah,
my
yeah.
buddy Monkey, and Corey Blaisdell.
Oh, cool.
Playing with Movie Man. And then John was on, Johnny Poolside was on, so I switched over to his game real quick.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh crap, I need to do something with them. I switched back over, and then
That's
after I was
awesome.
done with them, I switched back over again.
So how many
and
can
it
you
was
have like
easy.
run with
4
you?
people total.
Okay, so it's like your main squad.
Yeah, the Dark Zone, I'll tell you right now, is such an uncomfortable space because you just feel lost and alone. Even if it's you, like I was playing with Johnny, and I played a lot with Bulldog Brad this week. Me and him played a lot together, and it's almost terrifying. Like the appeal of getting loot is higher in the Dark Zone, because it's a higher drop rate, and
Yeah.
usually it's much better loot. But the problem is, you can find the best gear in the game, you can find the best gun in the game, whatever it is. But unless you're able to sit there and extract it,
'cause you
before
have to
another
get
player
out with
kills you.
everything, yeah.
So that's what happened. Like, we would be sitting there and like we would help another team, and it would be like 2 of them, and all of a sudden out of nowhere, one would come up behind one of us without us realizing it and start shooting at us. So there's been a lot of really fun stories where this kid, like out of nowhere, right before the rope drop from the helicopter, he tried to kill me and Brad. So we're like, no, fuck you. And so we started shooting at him. The other NPC, he killed Brad, I think it was. And we, ended up, they killed him, and we got all over loop. But like, there's a lot of really
It sounds
fun,
like it
entertaining
would make for
stories.
like good interactions with other players.
Oh,
for
it's
sure.
really funny. Like, and we found out that the other people can hear you. I'm like, all right, so when the trapper comes in, we're gonna go over here. I'm gonna try to get behind this guy and take all of his stuff real quick. So you gotta aggro him. You gotta distract him. And the kid's like, I really love that in the game that has proximity chat, so you can hear what other players are saying. I'm like, God damn it, I'm not in party chat.
I'm always in party chat on that game,
Yeah.
but that's
Well,
okay.
yeah, 100%.
My brother bought the game, so I have it. Like I said, though, I'm
great.
waiting till after Trophy Wars,
Okay.
and then I have a free copy of The Division. So I'll probably tackle that at some point in my life. Just
I think it'd be fun
soon.
for us to play together.
Yeah, 100%. That's
I
what I
know you
mean.
don't have
Especially
it,
if
but,
it's
like,
4 people.
the 3 of us.
Even
at
if us
least.
3 got
Yeah.
on with like one of the fans or something.
Heck, if you grab it from Redbox, maybe we can all do like. a
Yeah,
stream
maybe
of
if it was like a 1 weekend thing where
Yeah.
I knew when you guys were going to do it,
Yeah.
we could go
it.
for
I
it.
think that would be really cool. That would definitely be a game for us.
I really didn't play anything too much this week. I went further into Game of Thrones. I'm still enjoying it, but I agree with every complaint that we've already named on the show. Thank you for the follow.
Okay, I just want to point out, with you making Level Up Show is gay and Greg is gay, haha's your names and them following us, like I'm actually gay. So like you're just saying facts. Like that's not like a dig at me. Like I'm a bisexual. So hi, thank you. I appreciate the follows.
Yeah, I was going to say, we appreciate the follow.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
I just had to point that out.
Yes, that's really all. I'm not going to go into that any further. I just still have the same complaints, but at the same time, it's enjoyable enough that I'm ready to finish the game.
I will say though, as much as I complained about that game on this show, playing it on PS4 took away a lot of my gripes with the game, which was like the chugging. Like PS3 cannot handle Game of Thrones. It's just too much happening. The texture and the art is too much for PS3 to load. So on PS4 is a lot smoother of an experience as a whole, and I also made different choices.
Yeah.
But like the thing that doesn't work for Game of Thrones as a game, and this is what me and you were talking about, was when you're playing a game where you're invested in the characters, sometimes the show can't translate the same way, because the reason why Walking Dead works so well is it's all characters separated from the show.
Yeah.
So you can get attached to these people, and then if you lose them, it means something. But knowing the whole cast of Game of Thrones is gonna be there because they have to be there on HBO the next season.
Yeah, I feel like
that
that's
sucks.
the-
It restricts it by so much.
Yeah. Overall, just in general, too, the graphics, I think, are by far the worst
The
of any
worst.
Telltale game.
The
Pretty bad.
worst.
I don't like them at all. There's
Everything's
just-
kind of like blurred
Yeah.
out. It's so weird.
And
to me.
the backgrounds especially are weird, but even just the character models themselves, Telltale isn't very good with 3D models, and they decided to go with that for Game of Thrones. But every other game they've done has been mostly cel shaded,
Yeah.
and that works for them.
Yeah.
They can do that well, but this is not what they should
No.
do. They should never do 3D models unless they change their engine, which we've all been dying to see them
Yeah,
do for the
please,
longest time. Hopefully,
please.
Batman or something has a new engine,
Or the Marvel
or
game
the
we
Marvel
still know
game.
nothing about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What have you been
Miss
playing,
Marvel.
Greg?
I finished Murdered Soul Suspect, and I loved it. It was such a good game. Like, I was
pretty
so intrigued by the story. Drew was watching me play it the other night. That's what I played on the trophy stream. I ended up platinum in the game, which was awesome. But, like, the story story throughout the whole thing. Drew's like, oh, like, so how long is the trophy map, whatever. I'm like, oh, it says 6 to 8 hours, and it said like 6 hours if you don't watch the cutscenes. It ended up taking me 8 hours because I wanted to watch the cutscenes. Like, I got so into the story. Yeah. Great, phenomenal story. I don't want to spoil it for you, but go and check out Murder Soul
Dark
Suspect.
as
It's like
shit.
so gruesome.
It's
like,
really messed up.
So gruesome.
How about that last
my God.
in the
and then the final scene when you find out the twist?
Oh,
with your character?
I mean,
I was like,
honestly, I called that from the beginning.
Did you buy it?
I bought it, yeah. Yeah,
physical
100%.
or digital?
You're gonna play.
Yeah,
through
you
it
gave it
too,
to me
yeah.
physical, so I'm gonna
I
play
bought
it
it
next.
physically. But yeah, if you want to borrow it after he's done, you're more than welcome.
Sure.
To.
How about that last house scene though with the Dementors or whatever you want?
Yeah, that's what I kept calling it the
yeah.
whole time. I'm like, I literally feel like I'm in Harry Potter.
But
They're
like,
just like ghost-like creatures. It's
dude,
the only combat of the game.
that was like
they
the
try to suck out
only
your soul. I'm like, I'm literally in Harry Potter.
Hard part, not hard part, but like more challenging.
That last house,
It was
yeah, I
frustrating.
died 4 times. That was the only time I
I
ever died in
think
the
I
whole game.
died once or twice, but usually I never died at all in that game.
It sounds
But it was
cool.
it was really good though. It's like a detective story, but then it like gets so dark, and I didn't expect them to go to the places that they did, like murders of like children and like crazy crap. Like I was
what? So terrified I wasn't gonna get that one trophy. Like if you go into the house,
too
there's
one
early,
missable
yeah, the missable one,
it's completely gone, and I'm just like, I was like
I made
examining
sure
everything.
to.
I was like literally taking a step and watching the
Did
video.
you end up platinum?
Yeah.
It was an easy
early
platinum
one.
too.
Oh yeah,
it was
like
it was
one of the
such a
easiest
good
ones.
game.
It kind of reminded you a little of Sinister, the one where like the
Yeah.
videotapes of all these like gruesome
Yes,
ways of
that's
killing
exactly what it
people,
reminded me of.
because he would use these weird like ideas for how to kill people, and
Yeah, it was like it was trippy. Like all the I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
can't
don't
spoil it, but it's
spoil
such
it.
a good
Because
story.
that was
It's such a good story.
Because I was
It was the-
intrigued.
yeah.
Because Mike originally recommended. He's like, you should maybe check it out. Now,
Yeah.
now what you're talking about, I think I'm gonna check it
Yeah,
out.
for sure. So check out Murder
Mike
Soul
says
Suspect.
it. Fuck it.
I finished
Mike
Game
says
of
it, I'm gonna
Thrones.
get it.
I
The
just
PS4
gave you a
version, so it's good.
compliment of crediting, recommending it first.
And then I also played. I finished Lemming Touch on Vita. That was really not fun, but like it
I
was
was gonna
something.
say, I was like, I don't think that's fun.
it was a game.
And then I started.
How long did that take you, by the way?
It was like the trophy guide said 25 to 35 hours, but it said with a
why?
walkthrough, it's supposed to be a lot less. And it's the only game I have right now on Vita that I'm
Loving
playing on the
Touch?
go. Lemming's Touch.
Lemming's Touch.
It's I don't even know how to describe it. It's like
I've
you
heard
get all
of,
these little
I heard
creatures.
of Lemming's Touch. Yeah.
But
It's a puzzle
I
game.
ended up beating it in like 8 to 10 hours with a like guide walkthrough. But it
Oh
was
my
like,
god! I'm sorry. Quick aside.
Go.
Last week, I had slowly walked Jen through how to get the Xbox 360 on HBO Go. She wants to watch Girls. That's her show.
Oh,
Girls.
good show.
She just texted me. I just got all the way through the HBO Go and watching Girls all by herself. First time she ever ran a console. I'm feeling real proud about this.
Good for you, Jen. Good for you,
that's
Ganakobo.
See, it's wonderful. And then I plan on starting a whole bunch more crap, so I'm excited.
I
I
should've
have a
said
bunch of
Jen
games in the
Coco.
works.
You feel a comeback on the rise?
I know there's a comeback on the rise.
Yeah.
Like, I know it.
All right.
I think we
that
probably made
point
up a
gap?
little ground this week, even though and that's from me not playing almost anything. I think Greg made up some ground this week,
I had to. I was way too far behind. So I came back.
and then hopefully this week I can get some gaming in.
And we'll have our trophy check-in for you guys tomorrow, too.
Yeah.
And it'll be an
Yes.
in-person one, so it should be a more fun one.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
The loser has to complete the Cinnamon Challenge, so look forward to that. It should be
Oh
exciting.
shit! All right, let's go to a quick commercial break. We'll come back with the community question of the week. Hold on tight. In 60 seconds, Echo Thunderbolts. Welcome back, Level Uppers, to the Level Up Show, episode 114. This is a gaming dedicated talk show on every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. We're about to get into the community question of the week. Dean, that's your thing.
I'm ready to read it. If you're
Do
ready
it to it, Lars.
Here's the community question of the week, where we take a question from our PS4 community, which you guys can go look up now. And
Yeah,
join.
very easy.
We're 900 now?
We're about 900, yeah.
Yeah.
Close to 900 strong. Join up, follow us, ask us a question. We'll ask you a question. We'll pick our favorite responses and we'll read them live here on the show. Question of the week this week is, if you could only live in one gaming world for the rest of your life, which one would it be and why?
Solid question.
Very.
Good question. And here are some of our favorite responses. Triform Trinity responded with, this one's hard, as every world from a game offers something good and exciting. However, I'm going to go with the Pokemon world. Strong choice.
Yeah.
Because I have a story after this, short story. Because, come on, who hasn't thought of being able to do what they do? True story.
Go.
I used to walk. My house is a very short distance to my bus stop. I used to daydream like no other, and I was like, what if there's like a Pokemon in this bush? What if I can just go and when I was a kid, my short walk to my bus stop was the time when I imagined
What's funny is I can imagine it,
Pokemon being real, because the way my neighborhood is structured, like there was this like little grassy field in my one neighbor's lawn.
I feel like that's what they're trying to achieve with Pokemon Go.
Right.
They want to
We
create
haven't
a
gotten any
world.
new
my
announcements
Pokeball.
for that, which was supposed to come this year.
Yeah, it's supposed to come this year. Yeah.
I'm that particular answer spoke to my
What if there was a
childhood heart.
Pokemon in this bush?
And then you grow up
Trippy.
into this, so there you go.
And you're still wondering when there's Pokemon.
why there's no goddamn Pokemon in that
You're
bush.
one of the craziest human beings I've ever met.
D Bunny responded with Los Santos, where the whores are plentiful and the police are easy to hide from.
That's a good answer.
Joking aside, of course, that world sounds great. Joking aside, I think I'd go for the Pokemon world too. It's such a happy place when bad things happen.
Even when
Yeah,
bad
even
things
when
happen.
Even when bad things happen.
Yeah.
That's true.
I agree. Yeah, there's something just kind of pleasant about it.
There's
Like your
plenty.
Pokemon dies, and don't worry about it. We're
Real
just gonna
quick,
run some Pokemon
Speedfire, you're starting Pokemon, you go to Professor Oak's lab, original red, blue, yellow. Who do you pick?
Squirtle.
Go.
Squirrel.
Well, don't you have to use Pikachu if it's yellow?
You have to-
We'll do red, blue. We'll do red, blue.
You get to choose a starter still.
Yeah, but you still
Yeah,
choose
well,
your
no, you
starter.
end up getting all.
You
the
get all
starters.
three.
That's
but like
true.
this,
Yeah, that's right.
Wait, so Squirtle,
Squirrel.
Charmander. You
Well,
guys don't
I'm-
want fucking Charizard in
Not
the
in
end?
the first fucking
I'm
battle.
going by what I had.
The only one
First time I
Charmander's
played.
hard for is the first gym with Brock, but if you train him level 13, he gets Metal Claw in the new version. So
Yeah.
it is.
I'm just telling you based on experience. When I first the old red cartridge Game Boy Color Game Boy Color, that was my choice was Squirtle. Blastoise was my first level 100.
Fuck Blastoise.
Dude, Blastoise is a G. You need to
Charizard
yourself.
is the best
Yo.
evolution of any Pokemon.
Greg.
Water pump. Don't even fuck with it.
Greg.
First of all, Hydro Cannon
Or
from
Hydro Cannon,
Blastoise.
I'm sorry.
Greg.
Number one. Number two, fucking everything Charizard does. He's a flying and a fire type. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I thought that was going to be a speed round,
This
but
got-
I'm
this got
best
heated.
friends with terrible people in the Pokemon universe.
He can't. So what? He can fly. Blastoise you can surf, dude.
Yep.
Charizard can't surf, right?
And
Have
Charizard,
fun in
you
the
can't-
water.
Can you fly on Charizard?
I'll have a great time in the
I'll
water.
be
I don't think
flying,
Char-
I'll
I don't
be
think you
catching
can fly on
Mew and
Charizard,
Mewtwo. That's what I'll be doing. I don't know what the fuck.
Can I
I'll
tell
be
you why
doing.
I would choose Squirtle?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because he's cute.
He's amazing.
That's the only reason.
Can I be honest with you? I used to, in the red and blue games, use the link cable. I used to trade like Rattata for fucking Charmander and Bulbasaur and have all
Yeah.
three
Yeah,
in my
that's what I
starting
did.
games.
Right.
When I had all three in my starting games, I pulled an Ash. I had Charmander evolve to Charizard, and every time Bulbasaur or Squirtle was about to evolve, or until I get the item that stops them from evolving, I would always hit B and cancel the evolution. I kept Squirtle, Bulbasaur, and Charizard in my party always. I hated Venusaur. Looked heinous. I'm sorry, worst character design ever.
I liked Bulbasaur though.
Bulbasaur is my fucking boy. Vine Whip.
Bulbasaur was my
Razor Leaf.
favorite when I was a kid.
Razor.
Yeah.
And then fucking Charizard's badass, and Squirtle was obviously the.
I'm gonna
best
keep
looking.
going.
This became
all
so
right.
much
Right.
more of a deal than I thought it was.
Sugar Plum responded with, "I'd have to go with the Minecraft world. That's a great answer.
Yeah.
Where else could I be in a desert but see a jungle, plains, snow, mountains, and visit hell?
And like giant like spaceships and
Who
stuff.
wouldn't
too.
want to visit hell?
Right? No, he's right though. It's very diverse
It's
world.
awesome. Yeah, it's a great answer.
It's a world you want it to be,
100%.
which is a great reason to want to be there, right?
That's a profound answer. Is what that is.
Profound.
Which is why we're getting a movie.
That's what I bring to this show.
You do. You bring profound knowledge and proverbs. Our final answer is from Ty Spin, who says, "Ghost in a Shell because I've always wanted robot legs, but the downside would be people can hack their way into everything, and if you got the cash and motivation, you can live forever." That is the tagline for a movie. If
Yeah.
I've ever heard of it.
Yeah, right?
If
Is it-
you
are
got
they
the
making-
cash and
That was the
motivation,
best pitch,
You can
yeah.
live forever.
Truth.
They're making.
What
Ghost
world
in
would
the
you
Shell
guys
movie.
live in? Go.
Final Fantasy IX is specifically. I love that world, and that's the reason I would go back and play that game so often is because the world was just so. I don't even know what the word for it is. I don't want to say charming because that's such a trite word, but it just was so inviting.
Look at you. You just threw out like 17 SAT terms.
It just, I loved all the different species, and you never know what they are, but there's just all these different kinds of creatures,
Yeah.
and it's just so,
Nine
so
is
alive.
with Leon, right?
No,
Okay,
that's the
cool.
one with Zidane, Garnett.
Oh, that's the one I
just
don't
like,
know.
I like the high fantasy of that world. It's princesses and kings and
Is that the one with the good
knights.
love story?
It has a great love story.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the song from.
Yep, that's the one with the best
I
song.
like.
It's got
Yep.
Vivi, the little
Yep.
black mage. It's
Vivi! That's my boy.
It's a great world. I love that world so much.
a good
Alexandria
pick.
and all that. So, yeah.
Michael?
That'd be mine.
Either Pokemon
Okay.
or from Kingdom Hearts. Fucking.
All the worlds or just one world in particular?
Well, I mean, if I could, all the worlds, but I feel like that's cheating,
yeah, it is.
right? So, like, what's the main world? Fucking
Traverse Town?
Traverse Town. Thank
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Wait,
Wait, number one, I just have to point out that the music from that game, I can't wait to see it in Kingdom Hearts 3. Number two, Dean, you're up. What world would you live in?
Now, follow me because it's kind of bleak. It's not like happy-go-lucky, but there's a reason.
Okay.
I would like to live in the. It's sort of our world, but Mass Effect. I want to be a part of. What is it? The Systems Alliance. The military.
You picked mine.
I feel like whenever I'm playing these games, I always can't. I feel like in my gut, like if it comes down to it,
Yep.
and there's like some big like whatever people
Yep.
versus zombies,
Yep.
like Alliance versus Reapers, whatever. I feel like that's where like my purpose is gonna come
Yep.
into play.
Yep.
Like I feel like I'm made for that scenario where like you have to fight for the world survival. I'm like I'm your fucking dude.
Literally.
Let's go.
I love.
I think I got it. It's in me somewhere.
I just picture like
It's
the
in me.
Reaper coming down to Earth and it's like, "Wah," and James
Yeah.
like, yup. And
Ready.
he puts on the helmet and he's got the gun.
I've been waiting.
He's like, yes, it's happening. It's happening.
I think we
Oh,
got
yeah.
either one or maybe even two responses on our community from people that wanted Mass Effect,
Nice.
but I decided to go with a little, different people this week. So.
Sure, yeah.
I definitely would pick Mass Effect as well, just because that's such a cool thing to think about.
All the
like,
science fiction aspects. Of
that's
it,
what I
too,
mean. Like,
really
it's like
appeal to me.
it's in my opinion, a more diverse, not better Star Wars. Nobody freak out, but I think it's a more diverse and a very more eclectic background. They have their backstories for those
Yeah.
races more. In Star Wars, you kind of just see a lot of random aliens, and you kind of don't know what their
Even
whole thing
the,
is.
like the environments, like the Citadel, like
Like
all their
everything.
technology and stuff, everything is so
When you go to the
awesome.
Asari homeworld, when you go to
Yeah.
all their planets, like they all feel like they've
Yep.
been like living in space. Like if I met like an Asari in real life, I'd shit my
I would
pants.
love to speak face to face with Krogan.
Oh my! You
That
would
would be
you
cool
would be
shit.
friends with the Krogans.
That would be
I
cool
wouldn't be
shit.
able to hang out with Krogans though. They headbutt me to death. Literally. And then I was gonna pick also Kingdom Hearts, but I couldn't pick one world. If
So
I
I
had to
thought
pick
you
one
would
world, it'd be
choose.
Neverland. Because you
a
can
good pick.
fucking fly.
That's
Well,
a
you could
good
pick.
pick.
Could you? I think you could get away with just picking the Kingdom Hearts
Universe.
Could you?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
All right, well, I win.
All right. Then.
That's what I would think.
I feel like it's kind of cheating, but I'm okay with it.
And it's also the Final Fantasy universe. So.
Yeah, seriously, you can just combine
Like I said, I
everything.
win.
There.
Yeah.
But thank you for the responses. Those
Yeah.
were all good. Don't
Good
forget to
question.
follow us. Search the Level Up Network on the PS4 communities area, and you'll find us and get us. Maybe we can get to 1,000 followers sometime.
That'd
Pretty
Awesome.
soon we'll get there.
That would
I
be
feel.
really cool. So please follow us, guys, so that you can be involved in Community Question of the Week. We're about to move on to the Level Update. This is our weekly discussion of the week's biggest gaming industry news.
Are you ready?
La, 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 ha, ha,
Usually you say that.
ha.
That's kind of you.
I wanted to help.
First up, Final Fantasy 15 director wants to exceed Final Fantasy 7 and make gamers cry.
Excuse
That means
me.
you're going to love it, Greg.
I know. I hope so.
So NovusCrystallis.com writes, in the April 2016 issue of Game Informer magazine, Final Fantasy 15 director Hajime Tabata expressed that he hopes that the ending of the game will make players cry. He says fans who devote so much time playing the game deserve to get an emotional ending.
That's okay.
This guy's speaking to you right now.
Like, just keep going.
No, I agree 100%.
That makes me so happy. If every game developer went into a game with that intention, I would be the best person in the whole world.
He said, quote, I want to create a very emotional ending to the game and want to make as many people cry as possible. You're spending so many hours playing the game, so when I finish a game and it ends on a sour note and it doesn't move me, it gets me disappointed.
Reach.
At least make me cry or give me some emotion. I want to give a moving ending for the consumers who invest so much time.
Why does it have to be sour?
This game has always, from the very beginning, they said it's going to be like a Shakespearean tragedy.
Okay.
So that's kind of been the idea from the very beginning, and I guess
Sure.
he held on to that. He goes on, he said, he later moved on to say that he also hopes that Final Fantasy 15 will have a similar impact in the community that Final Fantasy 7 had. Quote, there are some team members that were here for Final Fantasy 7. They're taking on the challenge of trying to exceed that title once more, which is a great motivator for them. Final Fantasy 7 sets a very high goal for us, but it serves as a good goal. It brought in new audiences, sales, and more.
The thing that makes me excited about Final Fantasy VII being remade and that having a more emotional impact is because I feel like they know what moments work so well because they've gotten to talk to fans about it. They played the game.
Right.
So like the moments that are going to hit well are going to be the best moments that they can make more impactful and make you feel more emotional that way.
100%. And one other note, we just found out this week in other Final Fantasy 15 news, Gematsu is reporting that they've received word from a reliable source that the release date will be September 30th.
Wow.
We will find out if the rumor is true at the end of this month during Final Fantasy 15 Uncovered. That's the Kind of Funny hosted conference coming soon. And I have a question for you guys.
In the chat room.
It's in the chat room. Considering that we're going to have a sad ending, let's take a guess right now. Who's going to die in this game? Is it going to be Noctis, Luna, Prompto, or all of the main guys?
I feel
Let
like,
us know.
I
in
feel
the
like
poll.
all of them. That's going to be my
The
vote.
world is going to get destroyed.
I just feel like none of these characters I'm attached to yet. Like even
Well,
not playing
yeah.
not playing Final Fantasy and looking at the characters, like you can pick out a character model that you're like, okay, I can resonate with that one. Final Fantasy 15
I
doesn't
need
have
to
any
see
yet.
like what the fall games slate is going to be, but I think I'm going to play this.
That'd be awesome. I would
I
love
don't-
to have you.
I
play
really
and talk
think
to
I'm
you
going to
about
play this. I've never played a Final Fantasy. This one, everything I've seen seems like it's really, really cool.
Yeah. Seems legit.
It
I
does.
really want to play it, but I also don't.
Why?
Like I feel like it's just too much.
It's gonna be a lot. Yeah.
That's the biggest worry, and that's where I think you're gonna get screwed on it for.
That's what I said.
Like
it
you
depends.
never. It's Witcher. How's that going?
I'm
like-
gonna play The Witcher.
But
Right,
here's the
but what
thing,
I'm saying
I
is-
guarantee if you have a way of counting hours in the Division, you are going to be above 100 hours.
Oh, easily. I know that.
So
For a
Final
fact.
Fantasy 15, you could totally finish the main story in less than 100 hours.
That's the difference, right? It's not the amount of content. Like when I was younger and had more time, that amount of content would be welcomed. I liked it. It's just the only reason I fell behind on The Witcher is because of the trophy war and then all the games I was trying to catch up on afterwards.
Right.
Yeah.
So if
Right.
it wasn't for that, I would have completed The Witcher probably and then some. So it depends what comes out in the fall.
You know me,
guess.
I love the indie stuff typically because it's shorter, like 3 hours, but there are certain series of games where I'm going to make an exception. Kingdom
Right.
Hearts, Metal Gear Solid, Final
I
Fantasy.
feel like I wouldn't want to put a lot more time into this than the bare minimum, and that's
Right.
the problem. I feel like it just won't add up. So
The only
Oh,
game I
maybe.
know, no matter what, I have to stop my life for and play always is Assassin's Creed.
What about Mass
I'm-
Effect?
I'm holding. Well, yeah, but we don't get those annually. Like the one I know that comes
Oh.
out, and that's like, Greg, you have to do this. Like, just take it on. I'm holding out hope that they do something with that fucking story. I played every one of your games,
For Paul?
handheld, for anything. Well, now we're not getting an Assassin's Creed game this year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So that sucks. This is the first year I won't have an Assassin's Creed at the
You'll
end of
have-
the year to
you'll
play.
have room for something new.
I guess.
And you'll probably get a much better Assassin's Creed next year as a
I'm
result.
okay with. I mean, I play them every year as well, but like
I hope so, but
I'm welcoming the time honestly because whatever else is going to come in the fall now, I won't have to miss
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like there's not that much coming this fall though. For me.
that we
For
know
me.
yet.
For me though.
Yeah,
personally.
wait and see.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I don't
And
know, do we
everyone,
know
have
what's
you guys
coming
heard of
though?
this game? Literally every single person has recommended this game to me in this past week. I've gotten recommended by so many different people. Rebel Galaxy,
Rogue Galaxy?
or no, I think it's called Rebel Galaxy. It's a good mix between Mass Effect and StarCraft. Everyone's been recommending this game to me. I guess it launched on the PlayStation Store this Tuesday. But everyone's
like
like, if you
StarCraft?
like, I don't like StarCraft, but I like RTSs. I never played StarCraft though, and then I love
okay.
Mass Effect. So it apparently takes place in space. But everyone's been telling me. I wanted to know. if
you
it's
should
just
try
that.
StarCraft if you like RTS.
I know. I would probably love it.
There
That's
seems
why
to be a lot of Final Fantasy 15 love in the room, so
Yeah.
that's good. Mike, you're up. Go ahead.
I am. And this week, we've gotten some sad news.
Yeah.
Kind of. Lionhead Studios is closed down. Did it officially close down?
I believe it's still that they're looking into
Okay.
it.
All right.
Which whatever
So
that means.
Lionhead Studios possibly closing down, but in my opinion, good news. Fable Legends is canceled.
That's good news.
I like it.
They worked like 2 years on this freaking game.
I
And
thought it was.
you know
bad
what?
news,
That's
though.
well. I feel like it's Microsoft's fault. I feel bad for the people at Lionhead Studios.
Yeah,
I feel
100%.
I feel horrible for. Anyway, let me get into the story. This week earlier, they have canceled Fable Legends and Project Knoxville, another game that they were working on, and the fate of the two studios involved now hangs in the balance. In a post on Xbox Wire, general manager at Microsoft Studios Europe, Hanno Lemke, said the following. Thank you. After much consideration, we have decided to cease development on Fable Legends and are in discussions with employees about the proposed closure of Lionhead Studios in the UK, says Lemke. Additionally, we will close Press Play Studios in Denmark and sunset development on Project Knoxville. This I don't mind, just because I was never big on Fable Legends anyway. I thought it was really now that said, what does suck is that people said the gameplay was fine, that they enjoyed it. There were some issues, but they liked it. But I feel like it was just exploitation.
That's
on...
what's so weird about it, though, is that they had like a beta for this, right? And everybody said it was pretty polished. It seemed pretty close to being finished. Like,
Yeah.
why not at least release it?
Yeah.
Like, it
just
doesn't
seems
make a lot of
very
sense to me. And for somebody like you, I think it was last week you said Fable is one of your favorite games of all time.
Fable 2 is one of my favorites of all time.
You've got to be so disappointed with where this series has gone.
Well, right, and that's why I hated this so much. That's why I have a little bit of resentment and sourness to it, because it does not deserve the Fable title. It has nothing to do with Fable. It was something that they created that was different, and then Microsoft was like, "Listen, we need one of our big IPs to have a announcement. Let's put Fable in front of this."
Right.
And that's what they did. Same thing they did with that on rails bullshit. They needed a way to show off the capabilities.
That was
to connect.
terrible.
But this, in my opinion, is the same way. We need to get into the mobile market. we need to do something like this, and bam, here's this, and it has nothing to do with the Fable series. So they just tacked on all this stuff. It has nothing to do with it at all. It's not. Good.
It's so funny how that happens. Everybody does it at the same time, so then it becomes a choice between all these games. You got Overwatch. You have the one that's exclusive to PlayStation 4. What's that one called? Paragon.
Yeah.
Fable Legends. It's like everybody realizes all at the same moment. It's kind of like when Prestige and Illusion is released at the same time, or Armageddon and Deep Impact. Like something happens where everybody just jumps on the same boat, and and the result of that is that everybody has to choose one game out of 3 or 4, and people suffer as a result. You know,
Yeah. Right.
it's always weird the way that happens. But
Yeah.
why don't we look at the poll results real quick on Final Fantasy 15 before we move on to the next story? Who do you guys think is going to die? Considering this is going to be a sad ending, we got 1 for or 2 for Noctis, 4 for Luna. Wow, you guys,
I feel like they can't kill her.
man, that would be
That would
wild.
I feel like that's
rough.
a tie between everything, though.
That'd be
I feel like
very
she's
rough.
the main key.
She's the main female, not a part of the main party, but there was one person who did say all of the main guys will die. It's a possibility.
I see that happening more likely. Also, BT dubs, everybody. We hit 70 people in the room at one point, so I'd like to say thank you all for joining us. If you're new to the show, be sure to hit the heart button. It's right below me on any device you're watching us from. That way you get notifications for whenever it is that we go live if you like any of the nonsense that we talk about here.
Yeah, thank
Most
you
of it
for
is
2
gaming,
follows
but it's
tonight
fun.
so far. From Level Up Show is gay,
And
Greg is gay.
thank you.
Ha ha ha.
Both-
We're all gay. So
Both-
fuck you.
Oh, wow. That got very morbid.
Yeah, why are you leaving me out of this? I'm gay too.
That got very morbid.
But I'm Catholic.
That wasn't morbid. It is what it is. I don't think there's anything morbid about us all being gay.
Oh man.
Yeah,
We're
not
all
at
gay.
all.
We're all super fucking gay, and you're a loser for not being gay. How you like that?
How you like them apples?
Oh my god, you guys make me so
Dean, you're up with the next
Dean,
story.
what's up?
One of April's PlayStation Plus offerings is already confirmed. IGN's Matt Porter, finally, they give that Alex Osborne a break.
Yeah, I know.
IGN's
So
Matt
true.
Porter writes, we're only a little way into March, but now we know the multiplayer shooter Dead Star will be one of April's free PlayStation Plus games. Twitter user at BlamDrew caught a notification after pre-ordering Dead Star on PlayStation 4. It says the game will be free for PlayStation Plus members in April, so his pre-order has been refunded. That's cool. Dead Star was... wait, did they refund it, like, willingly, or did he have to ask them?
I have no idea.
So that's interesting. I wonder if they reached out...
Yeah, I wonder if it's in within days.
Right.
That'd
Interesting.
be pretty cool.
Dead Star was first announced by Retro Studios' Breakaway crew and current ReCore developers. Armature Studios back in October. It's a multiplayer arcade shooter which reminds us of Geometry Wars, albeit with teams of up to 10 players battling it out.
Is this right here, I guess?
Yep.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
looks pretty good
that's
actually.
something up my alley for sure. I love arcade shooters.
And it's twin stick, I believe.
Has a little bit of a
That's what I'm
Resogun
talking
look
about.
to it as well. Or not Resogun, Super Stardust.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude, Super Stardust is my jam.
Oh, I love it.
I love
So
Super
good.
Stardust.
I was going through the Trophy War, and I thought that I had not played that on Vita, but then I realized I had like 90% of the trophies. I'm like, shit.
Was that? I don't.
Yeah.
Was it an easy platinum? I don't recall.
Highly dependent on skill.
Yeah.
I
pretty
don't
much,
like
yeah.
those parentheses.
It's good. I mean, if you're good at twin stick shooters, it's a great one. Did you play Ultimate on PS4?
PS4 version.
No,
was so
I
much
haven't.
So good, dude.
better. PS4 was so awesome.
Worth it
I think
go.
it was
After that.
free too.
Especially
Yeah,
if you
we
were
have-
somewhat skilled at it, it's
Oh, yeah, I was
platinum.
good at Super Stardust.
Yeah, check it out. It's a great game.
It's my jam.
Drew said.
That was really
Yeah,
cool in
video.
3D too.
Yeah. it was. That was one of the first ones,
Yeah.
too, to do that.
It's weird. A couple games insist that I have a 3D television. They're like, we can sense it. Your TV's 3D.
It
turn
happens
on.
when the screen is kind of mirrored.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Or there's
pretty
like a repeat of both. Like
Okay.
if you have like credits up on the screen, sometimes it'll think that's happening because if you put a line down the center of
Yeah.
the screen, it's kind of like it's mirrored on both sides.
Because I'm
So
like,
that's
no,
what causes
I
it.
don't. And then I was like, all right, sure, news to me. And I turned it on, and then like the screen was black, and I was like, I'm gonna have to hard reset my.
Liars.
2 things. Thank you for the follow, Demon_Hunter546. Everybody else hit the heart button and follow us as well. And number 2, NetGuy says Sony sent him a message on his account for the refund for the kid.
There you go.
So there's your answer.
To close out the story, in addition, a new mode called Escape Run was announced in December, which involves co-op players discovering a massive capital ship floating out in space, then piloting it home together. Excuse me.
Sounds cool.
Does sound
Yeah.
cool. I'll definitely check it out.
Wonder what else is going to be in that PlayStation Plus month. Any ideas?
No, I'm
really
shocked
don't.
that they announced it this early.
Well, I don't. They didn't mean to.
Yeah,
I
it was,
really can't predict what they're doing over there these
Nah,
days.
obviously.
That would be amazing.
PlayStation Plus is killing it no matter what. I literally play all the PlayStation Plus games, and yet I have like 50 that I haven't even touched that are just sitting waiting in my library. That's insane.
Yeah.
Who was that follow from there? That's Timex?
T-Learn.
Tiern467 or Thurn. I don't know if that's an L or an H.
There's in the chat now. It looks like
No, but it's
T-Learn.
still.
T-Learn. T-Learn
That's what I said,
467.
Oh, just without the A?
Yeah, I guess so.
Nick, I said Sony sent that kid a message on his account about the refund.
Yeah, that's
so
what
they
Greg said.
contacted
Wait,
him.
I just said that.
I was
we
reading.
don't
I'm
listen to
sorry.
you, Greg.
I can't read what I can't pay attention to them and read and then listen at the same
Yeah,
time.
what is this?
It's difficult.
Remember the level
If you're really
telling you all the news that you don't-
reading, it's hard to
I'm
hear
kidding.
what's happening at the same time.
Honestly,
Greg,
I'm over
finish
it.
us off.
Okay, everybody. Little Big Planet 3 developer takes over the development of a little game known as Dead Island 2. IGN's Vicky Blake writes, Little Big Planet 3 developer Sumo Digital has taken over the development of the beleaguered Dead Island 2. Talking to MCV, how do you even say that? Is that Koch Media's?
Coke.
Cack Media.
Cook poo.
Koch Media CEO Dr. Clemens Kondracic said Sumo showed so much understanding of the brand, had creative ideas, and an excellent vision that was aligned with our own. It just made perfect sense for us to move the project to them. We will reveal more details at a later stage, but for now I'd like to say that we are obviously super excited about the progress that we are making with them. It's an honor to be charged with the evolution of such an important franchise in Deep Silver's catalog, added Sumo COO Paul Porter. What does COO stand for?
Chief Operating Officer.
Okay.
Yeah, there's CEO, CFO, COO.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just fucking call yourself the boss.
In this case, it's Cock Media operating.
Koch Media's coup.
Right.
Yeah. We're looking forward to exceeding fan expectation with an ambitious design that we're
so
confident
much.
will take bone-crunching, visceral zombie action to a whole new level. Aside from taking on Little Big Planet 3 Sumo's perhaps most well known for its racing game prowess, developing Sonic and All-Stars Racing, transformed and encompassing members of staff from now defunct driving expert to Bizarre Creations. A zombie-battering open-world game is something of a shift in approach. Dead Island 2 was initially announced during Sony's E3 2014 press conference. The sequel had originally been transferred from series creators Techland to Spec Ops, the line developer Jaeger, but in July 2015, publisher Deep Silver stated it wanted to part ways with the studio in order to deliver, quote, the sequel that Dead Island fans deserved, end quote. And yeah, I was going to ask, that was this trailer.
Yep.
I feel like
Yeah.
that was so long
It
ago
was
now.
because the game went through problems.
2 years ago?
I enjoyed that trailer. Though.
2014.
Yeah, I like that. I thought it was funny.
2014 was when they announced
Yeah,
that. Yeah, so 2
yeah.
years
It was
ago.
so weird because that trailer I think was shown off like right before Dying Light was released.
Yeah.
It was bizarre. It's like,
Yeah.
why are you guys not focusing
No,
on
before they announced it, they announced it at the same time.
It was so weird.
Yeah, the first gameplay from Dying Light was shown at the same time that that trailer was showed off.
Oh my
And it looked
god!
exactly
I
the same.
just saw our next segment.
I know, I'm really excited. I just want to get to it.
I'm so excited.
I'm
First-
excited for you.
Thank you.
Wait, what were you
Oh,
gonna
you
do?
haven't watched it.
Do it.
Yeah,
I haven't watched it yet. No.
right? That's why I'm like really excited.
First, I want to thank for following Luxandria and also the Learn. I wanted to shout you, or T-Learn, excuse me. I wanted to shout you out again just because we butchered your name. But Luxandria followed us and then also said, I'm just so excited about your show. We're so excited to have you.
Yeah.
And anybody else that's new, we're excited to have you as well. All you have to do is hit the heart button. Then you'll get notifications for when we go live. Whenever. We go live all the time with gaming talk shows, regular talk shows, some random nonsense, reaction times. So all you have to do is hit the heart button, and that way you get notifications for whenever we go live.
But right now, before we move on to a really big segment where we're going to be reacting to a small little trailer that released this week.
Oh my god, the indie.
First, we're going to take a call on Skype. So
Yeah.
please,
Yeah.
somebody call in on Skype right now at the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds, no spaces, and we can take anything gaming related, or maybe even a little bit of movies and TV. You know, we can veer
Miss
off.
Mel said, "Bah, Felicia." I enjoyed that. I like that you put it as BAH, like bah.
I feel like that team though taking over Dead Island is just odd.
It
I
is
the
a
only
little
one?
weird.
No, I feel like because Dead Island is kind of like creative zombie killing to me, and Little Big Planet's like creative platforming.
Take the Bryce.
Create a meta.
I'm going to take Bryce just because Bryce has been gone for months.
I'm cool with that.
Bryce, welcome back, man.
Hello.
It's been so long. Your voice is so much deeper. You sound like you've gained years.
We've literally seen so many.
It's been
children go through
since
puberty.
December 2nd.
December
Wow.
2nd. Yeah, I thought so. Seriously, man, your voice really has changed a lot.
Really?
P.S. How are you?
We used to
Good.
compare you to Gordis,
Gordis.
right? We used to compare you to Gordis. And
In a
no.
very affectionate way.
Not
That was
all.
my favorite thing.
Because your voice is super cute.
It was. I love when he laughs.
Thanks, Greg.
You're welcome.
How you doing, Bryce? What's
The
going on,
greatest
man?
laugh of all time.
Nothing really.
What have you been playing lately? Anything
Lately, Just Cause 3 and Need for Speed.
fun? Ooh, did you just download the Just Cause 3 DLC that just released, the Forbidden Kingdom?
Yeah.
Or Forsaken Kingdom? I forget what it's called.
It's Sky Fortress, I think.
Oh, I totally messed it up. Great. Well, how was the wingsuit? I know they added the new wingsuit in, right?
Yeah, that one, that's like awesome. Like, the wingsuit challenges are so much easier with that.
I heard amazing things. I was actually at GameStop buying a game the other day, and someone was like, "Yo, bro, you see the wingsuit Just Cause 3?" And I'm like, this is why I can't talk to people at GameStop ever. I just can't.
The game looks like so much fun, and
Yeah.
it, for the most part, it reviewed well, and everybody thought
Just
it was
didn't
great. It
perform
just didn't
commercially,
perform
yeah.
well, as far as it's not even commercially. I heard that it didn't perform well on the consoles.
Well, they
I heard
fixed
that it had some technical.
It's not that bad anymore.
Okay, they patched it, they improved it.
Yeah, it's just sometimes whenever you have like a lot of explosions, it has a little bit of a frame droppage, but not much.
Okay, but if they improved that, that's great news.
Yeah,
Because
100%. What was that?
At the beginning, whenever they first launched it, whenever you did a drift around a corner or something, that the frame rate would chop up.
I'm sorry, your voice really has changed.
Right, dude. Like I was just about to say that. That was so weird.
It's unbelievable.
We can't focus on
Making me
that.
feel very, very old.
Speaking of that, though, of Just Cause 3 and the developer, remember we were talking about them possibly porting the Tomb Raider, Rise of
And
the
I'm
Tomb
okay
Raider to
with
PS4?
that. Yeah.
No, it was debunked.
Yeah.
It's not true. Even though that might not have been a bad
It was
thing.
bunked once.
It was
It's
bunked.
now debunked.
Thank you. Yes.
They bunked it out.
Do they have bunk beds?
Yeah,
No.
some, yes.
Oh.
So nice.
They do.
I don't know where this closet's gone.
Welcome to most of our
Neither
show.
do we, so welcome back.
Bryce, you're awesome.
Bryce, what are you looking forward to, man, in the coming months?
Uncharted 4, all the way.
Of course.
Yeah, but
Bryce, question to you about Uncharted 4, really quick, if you don't mind me asking. Do you want Drake to end up with his brother in the end, or with Elena in the end?
Elena.
Oh my god, I love you so much. I knew I would love you forever. Bryce, you're my best friend.
What do you say?
Elena, obviously.
Okay.
His brother was in a prison for 20 years. All of a sudden, you're gonna come back in my life. You're gonna ruin my whole life. I have a family. I'm about to have kids. Like, I am an accountant.
Honestly,
don't be messing shit up.
I don't even care. Either way, I'm cool with whatever side. I only want it not to be Elena, just so it makes me...
I would
I
be-
want that one.
I really do.
I will. I've never written to a studio my whole life. I will write to Naughty Dog, and I'll be like, God, I will literally write to them, and it'll be like Mass Effect 3, how they have to change the whole ending and add shit to it. I'll be like,
really
you guys
would
need to
love-
give me an
if there
epilogue
was
where
just
Elena
such
happens.
a plot twist where like Elena
No.
was like conning him this whole
Oh
time.
my god.
Holy shit, I would love
She's like best friend
it.
Liz, Casino
Oh my
Royale.
God,
Her
I
and Chloe
love
are in
it.
it together.
If
That would be
they do a plot
awesome.
twist where Elena's the villain, I will throw my controller at my television. I
How
will
can
break
you?
the disc
How
in
could
half.
you
Same.
really?
Same.
As
Not
much as
gonna
you like her,
happen.
how could you
If they
hate?
better not do
I would
that.
hate it so much.
They will never do
Go,
that.
Bryce. Sorry.
They will never do that. They will never do that.
That's what I mean.
I'm saying
They're gonna make it
hypothetically
where
though.
everybody wants to agree. They're gonna make it where his brother moves in with Elena and him. That's the
Oh
way.
my.
Yeah, I can see that.
That'd be cute.
Please,
That
this
would
is
be
why
Like a
I
sitcom.
love you.
And
That's a good
then
idea.
Uncharted's gonna live on as a sitcom.
It's like Three's Company.
That is a nice idea.
Oh my god, Uncle. What's his name?
Hypothetically though,
Oh.
if
Sam.
Schittert has to be
Sam.
the villain,
Uncle Sam.
that's fucking great writing. You would never see that coming.
No, that would be
Nobody
perfect.
would ever see that coming.
I mean,
That's
we
because
have.
that
Well, now they
bullshit-
will.
That
Right.
bullshit
Sorry,
scene-
guys.
Oh my god, and everything we say on our show comes true.
It's true.
There's
Bryce,
$1 million
wait,
in it.
Bryce, man, it was so nice to hear from you again. I hope that we can have you back soon.
Thank
Okay,
you for
one
calling,
question.
Bryce.
Yes, please.
What is going on this week? I haven't been watching it at all.
Oh, something big actually has happened this week, Bryce. The very first episode of the Lights Up Show with me and Greg is happening this Thursday at 10
Oh, what's
p.m.
happening
Eastern
this
Time.
upcoming week? Yeah.
It is our first movie TV dedicated talk show.
And Didi Rooney.
Okay.
So that's something to really look
Okay.
forward
And what's Wednesday?
to. That's on Thursday
No,
at 10
what's,
p.m. Eastern
I mean,
Time.
what's Wednesday? Anything on
Oh, Wednesday,
Nothing.
nothing now.
Nothing.
We moved Level Up Wednesdays to Level Up Thursdays.
And we also have a talk show now on Monday night, #InDay, where you can come and shop with me online. I look at gaming statues and talk
Is
about
that
them.
all you're gonna do from now on? Ever?
No, we're gonna make a segment though. Everyone decided we
I
have to.
feel
It's just gonna
that.
be called Shopping with Greg.
I
But
mean, that's perfect.
here's
I like
the
it.
best news. May 25th, I'm out.
No, forget that. Wait, what happened?
He's going to be on break, I'm guessing, right, Bryce?
Yep.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Awesome.
That means he'll be back in our lives.
Your
again.
break is so
Yeah.
late.
Beautiful.
I'll be
That's
back.
great, man. No, that's his summer break. What are you talking about, late?
Oh, like that's when you get out of school, like you're
Yes.
done with school?
Well, no.
That's so
That's
early.
early, yeah.
Dude, that's
No.
early.
My
I get out of
my high school ended at June 22nd.
Late June.
That's hell.
June 22nd.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
that's
but
me
don't yell
too,
at me. It wasn't
Bryce.
my decision.
Depending
I
on
don't
this,
go
how many
back
snow
until,
days we
like,
got.
August 13th or something like that.
That's insane.
That's really
That's
early.
Too much.
I couldn't handle that. Well, Bryce, man, it was so nice hearing from you again.
I'm
Take
happy
care.
you're growing up and stay healthy, okay? Eat those Cheerios.
Thanks, Mom.
Cheerios?
You love them. Just eat them.
I don't like Cheerios.
Level up, Bryce.
Level up.
Is he so precious or what?
He's awesome. I love Bryce.
I love Bryce.
It's nice to have him back.
He goes, Elena. I'm like, oh my god, I love you so much. I love you so much. He goes, but who would you pick? I
We
love
heard it,
that.
Greg. We were right here.
He's the best.
All right, we're gonna
I'll
go
break
to
an
a
answer.
quick commercial break, guys, and we're gonna be coming back with a big trailer reaction.
Yeah, buddy.
Hold on tight, Miss Mel.
Yes.
Welcome back, Level Uppers. We are about to do a live reaction time for a very large trailer. What came out this week?
Something.
Oh, it's the new the superhero indie film.
Yeah.
Why?
I think the Russo brothers.
I
No,
wanna
Russo.
play it.
Russo.
Brothers, I think, are directing it. It's this little indie movie. It's a bunch of superheroes. They're flying around
Sergeant-
doing cape superpowers. It's crazy.
Sergeant-
I've never seen
Sergeant
it.
USA or something.
Yeah. I heard about that.
I haven't watched this trailer yet.
I'm
No,
so
I
excited
can't.
for you.
I'm super excited.
Listen, I'm sure you heard,
Yes.
but web slingers aside, this trailer is so
Overall,
fucking
it's
good.
probably
you
That is
didn't-
the only thing I've seen. There was
you-
no way
It's
I was going to dodge
amazing.
If you
that.
didn't get it, we're about to react to the newest, and is it the final?
Captain America.
It better be.
It better be the
Civil.
final. I don't know if they announced it's final, but I hope it's the final.
I
The Captain
would
America
assume.
Civil War trailer.
You would
So
think.
this should be very exciting. It's
Should
gonna be
there
Drew's
probably
first time
be
watching.
TV spots. With
Yeah,
the
TV
little
spots
come
don't
some
count, I
new
don't
stuff,
feel,
but I
yeah.
think it's the last.
There was no way I was dodging that Spider-Man thing.
No.
No.
Every
chance.
single Twitter post was a gif of that.
Yeah.
So there's no way I was dodging it. That being said, I haven't seen one other second from this freaking
Because the
trailer.
whole trailer was phenomenal.
So
So,
I'm,
let's do this.
I'm so excited. Let's get into it, guys. Our reaction to Captain America Civil War.
This job, we try to save as many people as we can. Sometimes that doesn't mean everybody. But you don't give up.
I'm pumped.
New York, Washington, D.C.
They're
Sokovia.
like, we did that.
Okay, that's enough.
Captain, people are afraid.
That's why I'm here.
He's such a
We need to be
Oh,
put
I
in
like the
check.
costume.
Whatever form that takes
It's a
game.
suit.
I'm sorry, Tony. If I see a situation pointed south, I can't ignore it. Sometimes I wish I could. Sometimes I want to punch you in your perfect teeth.
Yeah.
I know we're not perfect. But the safest hands are still our own.
Oh shit!
Really similar to
What just happened there?
It's just the glove.
You didn't see that from the previous show? We'll talk about it.
What's wrong about you?
Oh my god, dude! Is he actually gonna die?
The whole world. What's wrong about you?
The disdain he has, dude.
Got that Black Widow
I'm not the one
combat.
that needs to watch their back.
Is she with Tony?
No.
This doesn't have to end in a
Just
fight,
like,
Tony.
Just yeah.
You just started a war.
Oh God. Black Panther.
Oh my god!
Scarlet Witch and Vision.
What?
Yeah. Hawkeye and Ant-Man.
fucking cool.
Final warning.
I could do this all day.
God, dude!
Is this so good?
I can't even watch.
Dude, the
Wait,
anime.
wait, wait, wait.
Run out of patience. On the roof!
Hey everyone.
Oh! I didn't hear his voice yet. That was the first time I heard his voice.
So beautiful.
Hey, everyone.
I'm so happy.
We're
oh
gonna.
my God,
Okay,
I'm
so
so
Drew,
happy,
Drew,
dude.
you
Can
just
you
have
watch
to
it
bring
again?
it. You have to bring it up.
It's so good.
And we need to tackle all of this because I thought you caught like the glove thing. Like you don't know a lot of it.
No, I
Yeah,
caught so
no,
much
you-
more in this trailer.
the watch armor thing was in the second trailer.
Yes.
That released. Or the
It's his
Super Bowl-
watch, but
the
when
Super
he
Bowl
taps
spot.
on the watch, it
But
turns
what-
into
what-
the
like-
Iron Man glove with the pulsar.
Did it like stop the
he,
bullet?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
was
he
able-
caught the
think about it.
bullet,
He
he caught
the
shot
bullet,
through
yeah.
the suit.
That was
So-
crazy. There was so much crazy shit in that trailer.
Right? Like
So
Black
my-
Panther when he's chasing after the
That
fucking-
trailer makes me feel alive.
I
Yeah.
know. I
It
get
really
like
does.
goosebumps all
so
over.
much entertainment from it.
All right. Do we
The
want to
best
digest?
part, yes. The best
Okay.
part about it to unpack it all is that
God.
yes, Spider-Man's a big deal, but everything else you saw in this, the
amazing.
matchups
Yeah.
are just so on point. Scarlet Witch
Yeah.
and Vision,
That was
Hawkeye
cool.
and Ant-Man.
See now,
Hawkeye, Ant-Man
for the
thing was
uninitiated,
perfect.
Scarlet Witch and Vision in the comic books are romantic.
I know.
Yeah,
they're married.
So I'm wondering, like, what's gonna happen here with that. It's really cool.
I really like this because it's the truth. They destroy
Everything.
so much, and they're bringing that to a forefront, kind of like in Batman v Superman.
It's an interesting common theme: hero versus hero. They're both playing off the destroyed city things. It's.
I like that they're not only taking responsibility for their actions, though, but like they are also to see that. I love that they put the scene with Scarlet Witch crying when they look at Nova
where they're
Scotia,
impacted, yeah.
and when they look at it, and she's like, I can't even look at like what we did.
I
Like, we're
love
terrible
that
people.
moment for Cap because it just shows
Because
that, like,
he's looking at her
he's
too, like
got their back so
I know.
hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's-
We got a good shot here of the new suit.
Oh my
I'm sorry,
God.
not costume.
I call them
so
costumes.
good. I
like
too.
the
I prefer
costumes.
costumes. I like to say costumes.
I mean, some of them, even if I was going to accept them being called costumes, some of them, this specifically though,
Is a suit
of armor.
Yeah, I agree, I
Iron
agree.
Man. I always say suit. You're right.
Is this a specific suit here?
It seems to be the what is it called? Blood. Shit, someone in the comments will say it.
Okay,
It's blood something. Yeah. It's
blood
like,
something. There you
yeah,
go.
it's iconic armor from the comics. He did wear it in the Ultimate Iron Man.
A lot of what we also see in this trailer, which I think is such an awesome dynamic, is she's been with them from the beginning. Is the Scarlet Witch, or not Scarlet Witch? Excuse me. Is the Black Widow, ScarJo? She has no idea.
I'm sorry,
what she's doing.
Bleeding Edge armor is what it's
Bleeding
called.
Edge.
Bleeding Edge.
It seems to be their take on that. Yeah.
I was confused about. Were you talking about Scarlet Witch there?
Black Widow.
Black Widow. I'm
yeah.
confused by
Yeah.
because I'm getting vibes that she's on Tony's side.
She was
You're right.
in all the promotions and stuff.
Uh-huh.
There seems to have been some kind of falling out during that scene.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because she's still on his side. Sorry for the mic.
Some good stuff here from Black
Love
Panther.
She's
Suit
on the
looks
same
phenomenal.
side
Oh,
as him in the
shit,
final
that-
battle there.
Let's back that up a little there.
Bucky going. Black Panther going after Bucky.
It's awesome, man.
That is cool.
Love it.
So some of the people who went and visited the set saw the stuntman who played Black Panther, and they said he moves like an animal.
Yeah.
Like he pounces, he moves on all fours, he
Yeah.
uses his claws. I'm like,
Yeah.
that sounds fucking rad.
Oh my god! I would to be on the set of this for a day. I would.
So here's the actual shot. We keep seeing
War Machine.
Rhodes, down, looking like
Yeah.
he's dead. So that's looks like that's the actual shot there where he gets
Right.
hit.
He hits
I
his
just
power
don't know,
cord.
man. Like,
Yeah.
I get choked up watching the scene.
They really leave it. You don't know what's going on
Though, like the
No.
scream there too,
because
like the
it doesn't
emotion
go
from Tony.
through him.
Yeah.
Clearly, it goes across, but like
It hits the
that's
reactor.
a long fall, dude. I
and it
don't
hits the
know.
reactor. His suit
Also-
goes completely
Right.
while he's airborne, completely
And he
done.
crash lands. Obviously, they're sitting in a crater here.
He's
But
not
we've
able to
talked about
open up his
before-
faceplate without Tony ripping it off. too,
Right,
I
but we've
think.
talked about it before. This happens after that last scene,
Right.
when they're all fighting together. Because you see,
It's during
if you
the
go
big
in,
They
battle.
make the move.
just
Yeah.
go a couple seconds forward.
Sure.
Couple seconds forward.
Yeah, not even like I think probably one
Right there?
Right there. So you see the airport that they were fighting at right
Yeah.
there.
Right.
So they were trying to leave, and Winter Soldier, being the asswipe that he is, shoots him anyway.
Hey, let's not name names yet.
Let's not choose sides just
Because
yet.
I'm Team Captain America, and I don't.
Which is why you're
don't
on
think-
the losing team.
I think
No.
it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be Bucky, and I think that's why he's gonna get.
Well, that's what I was about to ask. Like,
Dismantled
if
later
Rhodes
on.
actually dies, like how does the
He's gonna lose
relationship
it.
between Cap and Tony
It's-
ever?
Oh, it's done.
It's
repair?
destroyed.
It's done,
It's
right?
over.
It's done. And that's the same thing for if Bucky is killed by Tony. It's
Yeah.
done. Like
And
their
we're also
relationship is
hearing,
over.
we haven't seen her in any trailers yet, but we're also hearing Piper Potts, Gwyneth Paltrow, has a key role in this movie, which I'm assuming they're just going to kill her off.
It's
And
so
if she
cra-
dies,
dude.
if he goes after his love, that's, oh my
It's
god, dude.
the whole thing with Tony in this. Like, look, if you could just see the kind of emotion, like you would think that character is at like the peak of its
Yeah.
as far as it can go, but like.
No.
Look at him right here, dude. Like,
Yeah.
it's a fucking. You can feel how like
Yeah.
heartbroken he is. And then
That's what I love about this trailer, especially
Totally
for the
bitch
very
slaps him.
for the first
Tomorrow.
time. For the first time, we get to see action scenes of different characters, which I think
Right.
is really
Yeah.
cool. They're highlighting Black Panther. They're giving us the Scarlet Witch Vision scene. Gets me so
Yeah,
excited.
they-
yeah, we're about to get to
Yeah.
that.
Oh my god,
See,
dude!
the action scenes are going to be phenomenal. It's that right there that I'm really can't wait for. The character.
That's
moments.
but that's my point. Is as great as the action scenes are in Marvel movies, the reason why I feel like this is gonna be the first one that's gonna make me cry is because watching the trailer, I get choked up. The
looks
lines that they
intense.
give each other are crazy.
Well, Scarlet Witch is like super powerful.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
She's one of the most powerful
she
characters
is
in the MCU.
pretty much
She
the
was,
most
like,
powerful.
in training
mutant
compared to what we've
ever.
seen in Age of Ultron.
And
Right? She
Vision
is
is
the
super
most
powerful too.
mutant ever, right?
Vision's
no, I
also
don't think she's
one
the
of
most
the
powerful.
Yeah.
Mutant, you say?
Yeah.
Possibly mutant.
I think
sure.
I think she
She's
is.
not the
I
most
know
powerful
Magneto
Marvel
was pretty
character.
damn close, but
Well, that's what's
Yeah.
crazy is she's bringing him to his knees here.
Right.
Like, is this a malicious thing or what's going on?
If you look closely, the Mind Stem, which is one of the Infinity Gems in his head, is clearly being controlled.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Which is
Scarlet
not
Witch is
a
known
good
in the
thing
last
at all.
Yeah.
It's totally like red, so it seems like she may have
Very
like,
nice,
gotten into that
pickup
at all.
there.
She's known for like possessing people with her powers a lot too.
Very nice pickup.
And the Hawkeye Ant-Man is phenomenal.
Is incredible.
From comics.
This
Like,
is how you
taken from
utilize
the page.
Ant-Man.
Yeah.
This
Yes.
is perfect. Like,
Yeah,
this was so
certainly.
cool. Like, going through the glove,
Yeah, it's
rolling. Oh my god, it's so good, dude.
And then you
That
got a
was
little
the
bit of
first
crossbones there. Yeah.
Where does he say this? I want to put up the volume here again.
Yeah,
this was
is
good
awesome.
stuff right here. Hold on.
Final
I
one.
could do this all day.
Which was a throwback to the original Captain America.
Wait, where was the line that Tony said?
Oh, it's
Which
right
one?
Before that. Go back.
You started a war, or the
Yeah.
Oh, that's when he's with tears in his eyes.
Stay down.
Yeah.
Final warning.
Stay down. Final warning. Is the only
I could do this all
Oh,
day.
damn, I love that you started a war.
That's when he
Oh, that
a
was
couple
earlier,
scenes
yeah.
back when he has the
Yeah, when
bloodshot
he's-
eyes,
yeah.
and then right before he like
Gotcha.
backhand.
That
He
was
is the
that was
black guy
good.
that
That was
does
good
it.
stuff right
Right there when he says "Stay down, final warning," you hear how out of breath he is.
Yeah.
Oh
man.
god, I
This
can't
right
wait.
here, I love.
Dude, I can't wait.
Who else thought it was the
I'm
most
so excited.
entertaining thing when he called him under ruse?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Dude,
Yeah,
I was
so
so.
good.
amazing.
I was. My smile
I just
was
love. I'm
huge.
so happy. First of all, web shooters on his wrist.
Yep,
Yeah.
web
So we
shooters
got
on
the
the
web
wrist.
shooters back. Number one. Number two. Look at the suit.
I know.
It's classic.
And
I
then
love it.
on top of it all, they do the Deadpool style animation of the eyes. I'm just so excited.
I'm glad you brought it up because
I was just gonna say
they're
the next
clearly
thing.
mechanical.
Number one.
Yes.
So this is designed by Tony. It has to
Can
be.
you hear that it's mechanical?
Yeah,
You
you
hear,
hear like the
if
lens.
you put up the
kind of
volume all the
expand
way,
and
you hear the
shudder.
little. It's like a
Yeah, go back.
like
Right,
a little
try to hear it.
mechanical sound.
All right,
So I
let's-
want to talk about his
hold on.
voice too. That's the only thing that is a little off to me. I like his voice. I don't think it's the right line for here. I think they grabbed it from another thing.
It could be.
And
Yeah,
they
it could
hit
be.
it from this scene.
Let's listen to the scene again.
Hey, everyone.
Yeah, you can hear
Get
it.
a little like
Yeah.
lens
Yeah, you hear it just a
retraction.
little bit.
And a lot of what Dean and I have been theorizing on Power Up, especially, is that Peter Parker is part of this youth outreach program where they try to take these young geniuses, aka Tony Stark, is reaching out to all these kids, and I think Tony meets Peter, and I think he trains him to be like the best Spider-Man he could be. The one thing I do agree with, or for some people, is that the spider on his chest looks like a tick. It looks very, very
Yeah.
tiny. It's not like
It's classic. It's
classic,
Steve
yeah.
Ditko Spider-Man.
yeah, but it's not. They could have gone a little bit bigger.
But
It
again,
doesn't
like
look-
you said,
it's scary.
fitting
Well,
the
God
traditional
knows
design.
this is not the last suit. If this,
Oh, 100%.
if this is
This is
the
the
character that
beginning.
takes off,
That's what I
Yeah.
mean.
it's not the last suit we'll see. From
And I
him.
love the black, just the little highlights of the black. They're almost like the DUP arrows that I have on my shirt here that are on his
Yeah,
sleeves
that's
and
cool.
right before his knees. I
My
thought that was
favorite
such a cool touch.
takeaway from his suit is something that I haven't really heard too many people talk about, but he wears in the comics. It's understood that underneath of his suit somehow he has web cartridges.
Yeah,
Oh.
And he has to somehow like change them like that. They're right there on his belt.
yeah. You see that? It's like
I
a utility
really
belt.
want
almost,
for the
yeah.
first time in a scene just to see him be swinging and
Yeah,
just like swap
reload.
out
Yeah.
and get going.
That would be
Yeah, that would be
Holy
really
shit,
cool.
Dude, I would love it.
All right. Oh my god, dude.
I'm
How-
so
were you so
excited.
happy?
So
Was that
pumped.
as fulfilling as you were hoping it
I'm
would be?
pumped, dude.
Yeah,
I'm so
good.
pumped.
It's a good trailer.
Honestly, I could have done without the Spider-Man reveal.
Yeah, me too. I could have done it just for the movie. Just
Honestly,
could've
I'm a
waited.
little disappointed actually that they did the Spider-Man reveal.
I'm not.
I wanted the surprise.
I wanted the
I
surprise.
wanted the surprise as well.
Yeah.
Now that he's here, I'm like, fuck yes.
Yeah,
man.
it's awesome. It's awesome.
I literally not an emotional guy. I'm not Gray. I won't cry into too many things. I watched it. I went to the bathroom at work to get silence to watch this trailer on my phone.
Wow.
You teared up.
He came out and like it was like that. I got so happy and I got like goosebumps and I
gotta
just
cry.
couldn't fucking help it. I was like I can't I can't believe that like he's home. Like it feels like he's home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the Avengers dude, I'm so fucking happy.
The
So
fact
good,
that
man.
he's with the whole other cast of characters, and that's going to be the best part about this character, is I can't wait to see Tom Holland react as a young kid with all these veterans.
Right.
Like, all these huge name movie
Well, I
stars.
think that's-
his dynamic with everybody, and Spider-Man's... I hope they play him not gritty. Especially, I know this is a tough time at Civil War, but I hope they play him somewhat comical.
I
So
think
they
that's
have
going to be
Oh,
the
he's going to
best
be like the
they have
comic
to.
relief, yeah.
That's going to be the best
Because
part about
normally
him
that's Tony.
Yeah.
being
Yeah,
just
that's
like
what I mean.
dropped into
So,
this situation.
right.
Is like-
That's such a good point. That's exactly
Right.
what I was thinking. Is Tony so dark in this now because he's losing his best friend, he's losing his family members,
Right.
as we see War Machine is lying there, almost dead, maybe dead.
Right.
And then Spider-Man's going, "Hey everyone!" Like that's
Yeah,
so good. It's so
totally.
good.
I'm so happy, dude.
We're all happy. Guys, thank you so much for watching this live reaction time. If you don't want to miss the next one, subscribe to our YouTube at youtube.com/The Level Up Show, level spelled LVL, or go on twitch.tv/The Level Up Show and catch a live reaction time. We'll hope to see you next time. Until then, take care, and as always, don't forget to
Level up.
Level up. All right, moving on, guys. That was
Such a good
awesome.
trailer.
That was so much fun.
So good.
Yeah, it was a great trailer.
Let's take Actually, no. Let's just get right back into the level update. We already took a commercial break. So let's go into the level update part deuce.
Dropping
Pardon?
the deuce.
Dropping the deuce, guys.
Dropping the deuce.
All right, I'm up first, as always. Don't do this to me. I gave myself MPD this month. Actually, let me pause this. There's no video for MPD. All right, so the February 2016 MPD results have been revealed. It's kind of a
Not
exciting
yeah,
one.
Shut your mouth.
things happen.
Things happen. First up, let's just go in reverse. Number 10, Fallout 4, as far as software goes. Then you had Fire Emblem, Birthright on 3DS. Minecraft, still selling the best on 360.
Crazy.
Street Fighter 4 was number 7 on PS4.
Not
Some people
surprising.
are looking into this a little bit. A little underwhelming considering Street Fighter 4 opened with 349K.
Yeah.
This is vastly below that. Probably maybe 200 to 300K on PS4 here. So, granted, it's not multi-platform. It's only on PS4 and PC.
But it's also having the issues and the lack of content.
Yes, a lack of content, so you might see some more people pick it up as they add in the story mode.
That's
and
why,
stuff
I didn't,
like that.
that's why I didn't get it.
Seems almost like a Rise of the Tomb Raider debunk.
Well, no, that's why
Exclusivity.
I didn't get it, because there's nothing to keep me into it.
That story content is coming, though.
Yeah.
At number 6, you've got Lego Marvel Avengers doing best on PS4.
Yeah.
Then NBA 2K16 on PS4. Now, this is kind of crazy, because
This is awesome.
This is another fighting game.
This is awesome, though.
Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm did best on PS4. That's in the number 4 spots.
I don't like fighters at all. I want this game.
I've never seen it.
Naruto is one of my like treasured animes.
I love
especially,
Naruto, yeah.
Especially when they got into the Shippuden stuff and they all grew up and they like that's what this focuses on now. It's just all their storylines after the whole I'm forgetting his name. Orochimaru storyline. So now they're focusing on like all of them being older. You have Hinata. Everyone's back too. That's my favorite part. You have
this
the
has a
Byakugan. They use all their techniques so well in this.
Right.
Oh
That
my
has
God,
a huge
dude.
install base, and you have to play the games to get the continuation of the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then the show then picks
Yeah.
up after
Yeah.
it ties in.
Yeah.
So it's not like a compliment. It's like you have to know the game.
I'm happy to see it so high up on the list. Good for them.
In the number 3 spot, kind of crazy, Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah, it's random.
Number 3, best on PS4. This is around 350K, to give an idea of where we're at. So for some reason that stat was released. Then you've got Call of Duty Black Ops 3 at the number 2 spot, doing best on Xbox One, as it normally does.
Not surprised.
And then
awesome news.
And then Far Cry Primal in the number 1 spot, beating Far Cry 4 on a launch-aligned basis. It did best on PS4.
That's
That
phenomenal.
is
They deserve it.
That's particularly of interest because it's so different. There
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
no guns. You know, like that's cool. That's really
For
cool.
it to do better than Far Cry 4 on a launch-aligned basis
Yeah.
really surprises me.
Yeah, me too.
I'm very happy though. I feel like it deserves it.
When did Far Cry 4 release?
Far Cry 4.
It was
It was a
holiday, right?
Yeah, it was
Holiday
October.
20
I think this shows why sometimes springtime, early in the year
Yeah.
is the better
We've
way
been
to
talking
go.
about it
Was
for
it?
God knows how long.
I prefer. I always look more forward to the spring slate, honestly, than the holiday releases.
Yeah, Far Cry 4 was November 18th of 20.
There you go.
November, wow.
And not too much information on the hardware side of things, but PS4 was the best-selling console and it was even up year over year.
Wow.
So good for PS4 there.
Oh
Not
my
sure
God.
what the other numbers
Was that
are.
2014, Greg? Far Cry 4?
Yeah.
I thought so.
Yeah. I think you're 100% right. Honestly, some of my favorite games released in the springtime. Red Dead Redemption, Batman,
This
always
spring
released in
particularly
spring.
is a
Dude.
killer, dude.
And we have Uncharted 4.
Uncharted, Alien Nation,
Done.
new Ratchet. It's gonna be a good
Yeah,
spring.
Ratchet and Clank too. It's going to be my first time in the
Yeah.
series.
I'm
excited.
glad that Uncharted got delayed just so I have time for Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, me too.
That's very true.
Very much.
But not really though, because there's Alienation too. I want to play that so.
Yeah,
Alien
that's
Nation
true.
is late in the, you'll be done.
Yeah.
You'll have that platinum, but Uncharted's aren't
How long
that
is
long.
Ratchet and Clank usually though? Oh, it's like
8
a
hours,
Jack and
8
Daxter
hours.
kind of story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
8, 9.
If you do everything, upgrade everything to the max, you probably
Yeah.
get like a good 12 hours.
If you're gonna go for the platinum in it, but I feel like that's a game you can take your time with.
And it is $40.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
Yeah,
great.
I forgot about that.
Love that.
I'm happy that they launched.
Good, Mike, you're up.
Yeah. Well, you know what's crazy? Just like Far Cry Primal kind of surprised us, so did The Division.
Yeah.
And The Division. Oh,
Sorry, quick aside. I just heard the other day, I didn't know this. The original Ratchet and Clank was also launched at $40. So I was wondering if
Really?
they did that to like
anniversary.
a throwback. Yeah,
Yeah.
the original Ratchet and Clank launched for $40.
I thought it was
Why?
more of like a Sony thing. They've been doing that with a lot of their older franchises, like Sly
Yeah.
Cooper and whatnot. What was the other one? Puppeteer was $40. So they'll take some retail AAA titles and put them at 40.
I don't know if it was like a coincidence or like they intentionally. I don't know. Thought it was cool.
Either way, good on you.
no, you're fine. But yeah, The Division has done really well. It actually went and sold more units in 24 hours than any other Ubisoft title ever.
Big news.
Crazy.
Yeah, and
with
deserving.
their juggernauts like Assassin's
Yeah.
Creed. That's mind blowing. That's mind blowing.
Not Alex Osborne, but David Hatfield.
Ooh.
Oh.
He doesn't usually write on
No,
that.
that's very interesting.
No, that's why I thought it was surprising. He wrote that the Division is enjoying the highest day one sales in Ubisoft history. Ubisoft says the new game has sold more copies in its first 24 hours than any other in its 30-year history. The company stopped short of providing actual sales numbers, though. CEO Yves Guillemot says the launch of the Division is a tremendous achievement for Ubisoft and demonstrates our unrivaled capacity to create fantastic new game brands and transform them into entertainment blockbusters.
I wouldn't get too excited for Ubisoft because I really don't think the new Ghost Recon game is going to perform well for them at all.
You need to stop talking. You need to shut your mouth.
Oh my god, you
Why?
struck a nerve, I think.
No, that's like that is.
I know you're excited for that game. I just don't think it's going to perform well commercially. That series just
commercially?
always goes down
Okay.
the tubes for them.
Yeah,
I don't know
it
why.
goes. But that's
I'm always the most intrigued by the Ghost Recon franchise. The Ghost
Here's
Recon
why,
series.
and so this is going to be my soapboxing then. If you are on the fence about it, really give it some credit. If you are into shooters at all, the developers actually, a lot of these guys went into not only training with these seals, but actually were dropped into previous combat zones.
The behind-the-scenes footage is incredible if you go and check out Ubisoft's website.
So they went and these guys walked them through what would actually have happened in this combat scenario and showed them all the different routes that they had to plan out. What route had what negatives and advantages and what they could have done if they decided to wait till the dark of night or for rainfall. If they want to go in hard, like there was a lot that they had to plan, and these guys went through all these different scenarios to plan these.
I mean, hey, I don't want it to do poorly at all. I just know the Ghost Recon is one of their weakest as far as the Tom Clancy series go.
Right, for sales wise, I thought you meant for
no. Like critically, I feel like it's going to review amazingly. They always review solid from 7 to 10. So honestly, I want them to do well, especially because I watch all the behind the scenes stuff and everything.
One thing I always remember, guess what the highest rated game of all time on Game Trailers was?
What's that?
With a 9.9. It was Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
The highest rated game they ever had on Game Trailers.
Which doesn't make any sense because it was actually a pretty big.
It was really bizarre.
It doesn't make any sense. I feel like it was a goof because it was actually only okay.
I think that's why, as like a final joke, they set Bloodborne to be a 10 out of 10 when Game Trailer shut down, just so they could be like, Ghost Recon is no longer the best game. It's Bloodborne.
That's
all
funny.
right. Yeah.
Honestly, I want Ubisoft to come back to Jimmy. It makes me so sad that I haven't gotten a UbiArt game in like 2 years almost.
Yeah, that's been a while. And
the last one was Valiant Hearts, and that was a phenomenal
Did you
game.
ever play Bastion?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
just
Bastion.
started
I was going to say, I feel like you would love Bastion.
I love
You just started
Bastion?
Bastion?
I just started it
Oh,
for
awesome,
Trophy
dude.
War, yeah.
I love Bastion.
Bastion's incredible. Same people that made Transistor, one of my all-time
super
favorite
Is
games.
that a good Trophy War game though? I feel like.
Oh, yeah, it's not bad.
Pain in the ass.
It's
like a 10-hour.
It has a plat, yeah.
It's not too bad.
Yeah, it has a plat.
It's not the worst.
It's about the same amount of time as Transistor.
Some of the challenges when you have to turn on artifacts are a real pain in the ass.
That's like Transistor too, though.
I haven't
You need to turn
platinumed
off
it,
all
but
the
I
mods.
100%ed it on 360.
Okay.
And I played through it on my PS4. I want to platinum it eventually.
That's Supergiant, right? That makes all
Yes,
those?
correct.
Yeah.
Some
Supergiant
of
great
it's
developer.
difficult, but it's not too terrible.
We were just talking about game trailers. Why don't you take this next story?
Sure, I will. I actually wanted to read a question from the chat room.
Sure, yeah, go ahead.
Greg, someone, I think it was Doughboy asked, are you still doing in-days tomorrow? I felt like that was a good time to tell them about you.
Yes. So guys, In-Day is not a game stream anymore. We turned it into a talk show where we talk random nonsense. I get to talk and get closer with all you guys, which is exactly what I wanted to do. And it's really fun. Actually, the past couple of weeks, Doughboy has been in there with me. Italian Mob has been in there with me. Triform Trinity. I've been having amazing conversations with you all. I love you all equally. And we're going to have Skype calls tomorrow for the first time.
Oh,
It'll be
nice.
Fun too.
Awesome.
So I'm hoping you guys call in, chat with me. It'll be a good time. And I have so much fun. And that's every Monday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Speaking of
Just
that,
like In-Day.
I want to get on your computer after the show tonight. I'm going to transfer my XSplit scenes to you. So
Oh
you
yeah,
can-
Drew's gonna beautify In-Day. It's gonna look so good.
turn
I
your show
wasn't sure
into
if you were
something
going to be
special.
able to get one
Yeah.
going tomorrow or not. I don't know if you were going to be able to do
Yeah,
it.
no, I'm totally planning on doing it. So
Cool.
yeah,
Please
I've
be
been loving
excited.
it. I've been having so much fun. What
Awesome.
happened?
I said, please be excited.
Yeah.
Please be excited.
All right, the X Game Trailers team has an announcement coming on March 21st. Brandon Jones, Kyle Bozeman, Michael Huber, Daniel Bloodworth, Bradley Ellis, Ben Moore, and Ian Hank have all posted the same image to Twitter. The image is that image is implying, I guess.
Yes.
That was supposed to be. That image is implying a date for March 21st, 2016. If you don't know who these men are, they are the former crew of Game Trailers, which recently shut down after 13 years. With the image being the only thing to go by, we can only assume that the entire team is sticking together in their next venture, to be revealed in just 1 week. What do you think this venture will be?
Yes,
bang,
it's
in
in the
chat room,
chat.
guys.
Is this weird? Like, does it feel like
Love
you're
this.
looking into like a
Yeah.
screen, looking into a screen?
What
Yeah.
is the image? I haven't.
It's-
That is their
Uh,
reaction to Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Easily the
I
one of the
remember.
best ones.
I saw this. This
Yeah.
is what they
Sure.
posted.
This was their.
No, the image, the TV.
No, this was
Yeah,
the
like
image.
what was
it
the image they posted?
Oh no, they actually it was very plain. It was just literally 3/21/16.
Okay.
Just that's it.
Yeah.
Just text.
Yeah, I do remember this.
This was great.
I just recently followed Brandon Jones on Twitter. He was on one of the Kind of Funny game casts.
She's just
Yep.
like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is going on? I
Seems like a
love it
nice
every
guy. I
single
want to
time.
support him and whatever.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
100%. He's so
Yeah.
passionate about what he does, and
That was the thing that got me. He's very he sounded very knowledgeable.
he is.
I could
Yeah.
feel it was one of those moments where like I find a new thing I'm gonna like. You know what I mean? I was like, I want to follow you. I wanna see
Game
what you do.
Trailers had some of the most likable personalities in the entire gaming industry. That's what made it so upsetting, but also now so satisfying to know that
Right.
they're sticking together and whatever their
Yeah.
next venture is going to be. We saw an image of them at IGN's offices not too long ago. Maybe it's possible they're joining IGN,
Like a
and they're going
merger?
to announce that on the 21st.
Maybe
Well,
they'll
they
have a
can't
new,
because I think they lost the property of Game Trailers.
I'm not saying they're going to bring.
No, but
Game
No,
they
he
could
was
have,
he was saying a merger, but
No. I don't mean of the brands. I mean like
Talent.
maybe that team could open up a new division of IGN, strictly in charge of
Like video
trailers
and
or
stuff like
whatever.
that.
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, well, Beyond's doing really well. So
Yeah, right. But I hope that they're going the Kind of Funny route. Is what I
Right.
hope
I
personally.
hope so too.
I want
that
them to
would be the
have
smartest for them.
original content.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people would kickstart them and support
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
sure.
So
Listening to him on the Kind of Funny Gamescast, it seems like that's what he wants. He was talking about he learned a lot. He understands like a lot from what the feedback fans have been giving him. Everyone's been saying like, if you do a Patreon, we'll totally support you.
Yeah.
yeah,
He understands that like it's more important to have a smaller community that are more invested in you than a larger
yeah.
one that are just like random
Yeah.
passerbyers. You
yeah,
know,
it's the truth.
so it's cool. I hope whatever does works out. For
That's
them.
our goal as well.
Yeah, 100%.
Dean, you're up with the last story. No, wait,
Greg.
Greg's up with the last story.
Excuse
Sorry.
me, skipping the best looking in the room. PlayStation VR, I love this story. PlayStation VR, quote, has to be affordable, end quote. Irish Examiner writes, one of the big question marks surrounding the PlayStation VR headset is its price. Those hoping to get their hands on the headset may be pleased to hear that PlayStation Executive Vice President Masue, or is that, yeah? Masue Ito.
Yasu.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, why not? Has said that it has to be affordable. The biggest advantage for Sony is our headset works with PlayStation 4. It's more for everyday use, so it has to be easy to use and it has to be affordable. It's for the mass market, Ito said in an interview with Polygon. However, one of the trade-offs is that it won't be as powerful as the Oculus Rift. Ito admitted that the PSVR won't match the high-end quality of the Rift, but has different entry requirements and goals. If you just talk about the high-end quality, yes, I would admit that Oculus may have better VR. However, it requires a very expensive and very fast PC, he said. Sony is expected to unveil more details about its VR headset on March 15th, which is just 2 days away, guys.
Yeah.
We could be getting the price of PlayStation VR. That's
We
insane.
better get the price.
Yeah, I would be floored if we don't.
The best part about this story
very
is he says, not only does he say we want it to be affordable, but then he says we want it to go to mass market.
He didn't say
that's
he
the
wanted it to be.
best.
He says it has to be.
It has to be. That's my dude. Like,
Which means
I
it will
really
be.
feel. I really
Which means that's not going to be the $500 price point that
You know
Oculus
what?
is.
You know what? It's not going to be $500.
Better not be,
automatically,
or I'm
that's how you
slapping
know.
myself across
And I'm
the
letting
face.
you know right now, it's under $400. They're not charging.
I
the
think
same.
I want to
They're
stick
not
with
char-
what we said.
They're not charging the same as PlayStation 4. I bet you anything.
I'm going with what we originally were saying. It's going to be 300 base unit, 400 bundle.
Yeah, that's my guess as well.
I can't imagine.
You think it's gonna be less than 300?
I think they're gonna do 250 base unit.
That would be
Right.
awesome.
I think
You
you're gonna go.
are-
I think they're gonna do 350 bundle, and then I think they're gonna do like 450 bundle.
Now,
with
do
the
you,
many
PlayStation
need,
SKUs.
4.
do you
Too many
need the
SKUs.
moves with this, or you just
No,
you don't
no.
not you can
need
use
DualShock 4,
you can
right?
play any game, watch any movie
Yeah.
by itself. That's why I'm probably gonna get a base unit first.
I'll tell you,
and then
dude. If
eBay
there's like,
the move
if
controllers
that price
later.
point is as low as you guys are saying, I will totally get one.
Yeah.
Why the
If
fuck
they
not?
come
If it's
out
that
with the base
low,
unit
like,
at 250, I'm in. I will
Yeah.
pre-order. You have my money. I'm in.
right
Well, yeah, look at it. I saved $650 this weekend, not having somebody else chop down my tree.
there you go.
So
Let me
you
just
put
point out
aside-
something really quickly for you people. I've been with Kristen and Drew all weekend, and because of this whole tree debacle, Drew's dad ended up cutting down the tree, saving like $650. They've been like living the life of luxury. Like they literally, and they use it as their excuse for everything. Literally, I come here all the time and like we'll eat out on occasion, whatever. Like, oh, like there's no food in the house, let's go eat out, blah blah blah. But like this weekend, they were like, we're going to Wawa 7 times today, guys. I'm like, what do you guys mean? They're both like, we saved $650, and they like been balling.
We had paninis for the first time at Wawa, and my fucking
dude,
god,
how
are they
awesome
good?
are they?
They're so good.
Yeah,
I
I just
customized
had
the
them
panini.
recently.
I never knew you could customize paninis there.
Yeah.
I was so
Have you gotten them
happy.
there?
No, I knew you could.
That's
do
what
it.
I got
I
when
never
we went-
tried one though.
The-
What's
my
the
God.
one?
When I
Wait,
was at
Drew?
your house. Dude, it was so. That was the first time I had it. It was
But
so
Drew
good.
gets the best one.
You
Tell
have to
them.
get the Italian with
Tell
the
them.
sun-dried tomato pesto. Oh, holy shit,
That
dude!
sounds pretty good.
I got
so
the roast
good.
beef with the horseradish. That was really good.
I did a turkey bacon American with the pesto.
American Husky. Yes, we are taking Skype calls right now.
Bang,
You can
bang.
call in on Skype at the Level Up Show. Spell it exactly how it sounds, no spaces. Please do, and we are going to get to on the spot and topic of the week after that. So we'll wait for a call right now. We'll go to the comments in the meantime.
Do it. Comment in the meantimes.
Cool beans. Derek,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
let's do this,
Let me cut
Derek.
you off.
Derek.
Oh, Greg, how you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic.
Look at that
How are you
hair.
doing?
Dude, your
Oh my
hair's
God.
fully made, Batman.
And he's got Bella next to him. Bella girl, can you hear me? Can she hear me? Oh wait, you're on the headset.
No, it's a headset. But,
Oh,
hold
look at
on.
her. She looks
Nice,
like a precious little angel.
Belle, you want to say hi to Greg?
Derek, how have you been?
I've been good. I'm holding
Oh my God.
my dog.
That's precious in every way. Well, Derek, I hear that we have a surprise maybe for somebody possibly sitting next to me.
Yes.
Oh my
we
God,
do.
that's so crazy. Is that for a Drew? An Andrew, perhaps?
This actually isn't going as I planned in my head, but okay.
Wait, so listen. So, Derek, you can list the people that are involved in this project and kind of give them a little background as I reveal a special surprise for Mr. Andrew.
Okay, let me actually open my phone real quick.
Okay, what the hell's happening right now?
I don't
Wait,
know.
can they see? They
honestly,
can
I
see
don't
us,
know.
right? Can they see us?
Yeah, they can see us.
I haven't told any of you about this.
No.
No, I don't know.
I
a
was
thing.
very, very honored in order to be involved with this process for a potential surprise that we now get to share.
Yeah,
very
so, Drew, as you know, you have made plenty of things, from a
have.
Taco Bell to this show, from Team Greg not looking like a sorry excuse,
Derek, that's rude.
and soon...
Rude,
you're
but so true.
You have made a baby, and soon you are going to be a father. So me and a bunch of your friends got you a little welcoming gift for the new baby.
Derek, can you list them?
Yes, I can.
Thank you.
They include the Lone
This is so
Gunman,
nice.
Miss Amanda, Game Killer, Strife Girl, Johnny Poolside, TX Puck, Lucifer Belmont, Difficulty Level Noob, Mr. Ranger, Guitar Freak 12345, GFN, Rick, Noble Metal Gamer, Bulldog Brad, Stubby, You Suck Wee Wee, Dan Henry, Keith Dunn,
Wow.
Kryptonian Dunn, Ghost Games,
Everybody.
and Greg.
That's
They included me in this, and I'm very honored to be a part of it. They all worked very hard on this for you.
That's
and
insane.
It came out incredible. I got this sent to my house, and I'm very
Oh
excited.
my
I'm going
God.
to reveal it
This is so cool.
to Drew first, and then I'll reveal it for the show.
Oh wait, welcome to our world, baby Midori. Oh
That's
man, there's
so
so
cool.
much
Yeah.
to take in right now.
That's so
amazing.
nice.
Okay, show it off, and then I'm
Yeah.
gonna take it all in because there's a lot to take in here.
So I just wanted to let you guys know, Kristen doesn't come on the show anymore. But I did show her this earlier in the bathroom today, and she started crying. She was so... Oh, let me move it over.
That is so
And
nice.
she started crying. She was so excited. As you can see, everyone got to pick out a character. We all listed the characters that we love so much. And like he said,
Greg,
there was
move it
literally
up,
like
move it
20
up.
Move it up. Oh, like, so show off everything?
Yeah,
it's tough.
blocking my head.
I know,
it's
it's
like
tough with
my
the
camera's
glare, but-
blocking it.
Let me... Is that...
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
kind of it. Yeah, so I showed this to Kristen earlier today. She started hysterically crying. And actually didn't hit her at first. Like... She was like, this is the first gift we've gotten for the baby. And she started hysterically crying. But she wanted me to share that with you guys. She loves you all. She very much appreciates it. And she loves all the thought that went into all the characters on the poster itself. You got the giraffes in the background. You got Ray. Pterodactyl for Pterodactyl.
Cloud's got to be on there, right?
Cloud is...
Oh, there you go.
And my favorite part is little Drake. Nathan Drake's hanging off the W on the welcome.
All right, let me see this now. Let me get
Let
close
Drew
here.
take this in. That's
Is
yours,
that
sir. You can
Garnett?
hold
Oh, we
that,
got
yeah.
Garnett's. Thank you. Eris, Clementine
They-
Ray.
We worked. I can't even say we. It was all them. But they worked literally discussing this for weeks. What characters do we put on? Which one do you like?
Pterodactyl.
Do you love it? Little
Nathan Drake
hanging off
from
the W. I love it. The
Drake,
giraffes behind
the
Ray.
Traveler,
Yeah.
That's
Sly
so
Cooper,
nice.
Rick Grimes.
I love
Beauty
that
and
it's
the
like
Beast.
multiple forms of media.
What we originally decided, we were
really
all
special.
talking about it, and they were like, "Do we just do video game characters?" And I was like, "Well, they kind of love everything." And then,
I like that they got Beauty and the Beast on there.
yeah, and
Yeah.
then all of a
was
sudden
from
I just
Mel.
Yeah, everyone started listing everybody that they wanted to put on, and that's why this is so amazing.
This is
because
super
everybody
special.
got to pick their character that they wanted to put
This
on
is
the poster
super
for you.
special.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, man.
So there's a world
Everybody,
of
thank you
all
so
of these
much.
people, and your baby already has that care about her.
Isn't that
I
crazy?
know.
And she's not even going to understand it until she gets older.
That's
I
what
know,
I mean.
it's insane.
That's
Like,
insane.
I have to
Yeah,
show
like-
her
Yeah.
this video someday.
Yeah.
So she can see how much people care about her before she was even born. It's insane.
That's
It's
a
crazy.
beautiful gift.
They were working on this since the pregnancy.
This is
announcement,
going
too.
down here for sure.
Oh my
Yeah, that's
god!
awesome.
Yeah,
it was
Isn't it beautiful?
literally the day after Extra Life. I got into contact with Tara. I'm like, hey, I have an idea. And then we're like, okay, we gotta get people. We gotta do this. Who do we?
Yeah, so they
trust?
planned
Who
it
do we
out for,
invite?
I think it was a week and a half, almost 2 weeks, and then all of a sudden I got this Twitter notification. It was a direct message to my personal Twitter. And I was like, oh my god, what's going on? And there was 20 of them all like, Greg, we have a surprise! And I'm like, what? And I'm very honored that you guys came to me, because then it got shipped to my house and everything, and I was able to surprise you on the show.
Actually,
you
you're
to
the only
everyone.
person since we shared phone numbers, I thought okay, I think Greg's my go-to guy.
Oh, easily. I'm always your go-to guy, and I appreciate, thank you guys for letting me on the secret too.
I
really
can understand
appreciate
why Kristen cried. It's super sweet. There's something special about it. Just having all these things that you guys have learned that I love over time, and Kristen as well. And also incorporating stuff from the show, like the giraffe, the pterodactyl.
it. She said her favorite part was that it has all the favorites that you guys have shared with them.
it clearly comes from people that are longtime members of our community,
Right.
which is what makes it so special.
It's like when you date someone and you pick up all the little stuff that they love, and then you guys displayed it. It's so generous of you. It's so nice of you. Awesome artwork job.
I'm gonna let
it's
you
just
roll
incredible.
that up and keep it nice for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll it up and put it back in the plastic. But that is the poster, guys.
A million times. Thank you
Little
so
baby
much.
Maduri's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
She's
so
not too
Happy
far
that
away.
they found out the gender too, and they were like, oh, we can make it pink now, and they made the whole thing pink in the background. It was beautiful.
Yeah,
It was
as soon as we found it out, the gender, I was like, congratulations, Tyler, you have to make changes.
That's amazing. I don't even know what else to say. That's just
that is
super,
awesome.
super special and sweet. Thank you so much, Derek, and every single person that was involved. All 20-something of you, from what I could tell. That was insane.
I didn't think I was gonna be able to keep it a secret, and then even Mike and Dean just now were like, well, you don't even know.
I had no
I didn't
idea.
tell
I
anybody.
did not
I
have
the
a
biggest
single
mouth.
clue.
Yeah.
All right, man. Thank you so much, Derek. And thank you for calling in and sharing with us, man.
You're welcome there, Andrew, and
Love
be
you,
sure to level
Derek.
up.
Level up, man.
Love you, Greg.
That's so cool.
That was super cool. Super, super cool.
That is really nice.
That was out of nowhere. I had no idea.
Right?
That was super weird.
I
Good
was
job.
wondering why Greg was playing with his box all night too.
I know. I brought the box and I put it on the side, and then everyone's like, well, I don't know. Nobody brought it up. Though,
I thought
what
that was just here. I thought it was already there.
Yeah, I didn't know what that was. That was confusing.
I did it fly like you asked me, Derek. Derek's like, okay, so do we have this all planned out and all set? They were so nervous to have that surprise, so I hope I did. you
Vitak
guys
says,
justice.
"Oh man, Dad, you're such a nerd." Probably, yeah. That probably will be the reaction.
It's just so crazy to me that your baby is one day gonna watch all the insane crap that we did, and our lives are basically videotaped. That's why I love doing the show with you guys.
I would love to take more Skype calls, guys, but we're just a little far behind on the show tonight because we do want to get to topic of the week. It's gonna be a fun one.
Yes.
But right now we are gonna get into the on the spot for the week. So let's do that instead. Sorry, Kyle Fontana. I know you've been trying to call in. All right, so guys, you can tweet at us at the Level Up Network, level spelled LVL, every week with hard-hitting questions for us to answer. It could be movies, TV, gaming, of course, and we will respond to it live on the show. This week, Dear the Level Up Show, do you prefer graphically hyper-realism in games like MGS5 and Far Cry 4, or unique stylized games like Firewatch? Once again, this is a question from GameKiller305, and a great question at that.
Our newest subscriber, I believe.
Yes,
Yeah.
he is our newest subscriber.
Thank you for doing that.
Very
as well.
good question. It's something that we've touched on a little bit in the past, but I don't think we've ever come down definitively on what we prefer a game to be.
This is personal preference, then, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Dean, we'll start with you and then come back to me.
Go ahead, Dean.
It's kind of a cop-out answer, but I really feel like it depends on the game.
Yeah.
It all depends on the game. Some games fit much better for more animated kind of a visual. It depends on the tone of the game. It depends on the genre of the game. It's really all dependent. For me personally, there's plenty of stuff out there that are like hyper realized. Like I wouldn't consider like something like The Last of Us stylized.
I would consider like Until Dawn.
Right.
Hyper realistic.
Sure. Yeah.
Even like Batman Arkham Knight, I see is like super realistic. Like the range ups on
they
the
go
cape
for
and
pretty
everything.
realistic character
it's
models.
very like hyper realistic.
I think the Order 1886 as well, but when you go to a different time period, it kind of already dissociates you with reality. But something like Until Dawn, which is just normal teenagers in a normal setting, a cabin, it's totally like this is hyper real.
And not to step on your toes or anything like that, but my answer is the same. So like to add to what you're saying, if you took a game like Borderlands, and made it hyper real,
it wouldn't be as interesting.
It would not have its charm and flair.
Or if you took Until Dawn and made it look cell shaded like Tales from the Borderlands, it wouldn't be as great either.
And then the type of animations and the what are the enemies called in Borderlands?
Psychos.
Psychos. The way that psychos behave and stuff would seem like kind of off, and you'd be like, "This is
It would
so
just be
silly."
It would be more like what's cool about the Borderlands is that it's goofy, it's entertaining, it's comic booky. Whereas if they did it hyper realistic, it would be creepy. It would really be unsettling.
Right? Yeah.
And it wouldn't be as fun. It wouldn't be as
exactly the whole tone would shift.
All that being said, which I agree with, it is very much a game by game basis. I do find myself being more excited and just interested in new graphical art styles. Mm-hmm. Like, we've seen a ton of games that go for hyper-realistic.
Yeah, I agree.
And I very much admire that. Like, when I look at the Order 1886, I loved all those scenes where you would just look at objects because it was the truth. It was like, holy shit, man. Like, the amount of work that they put into the materials and the textures and lighting. Yeah, I very much admire that, and when you're in the game, I take the time to admire that. But when I look at something like Firewatch, which was mentioned, or Journey, Journey especially, there's something that makes it a little more special and memorable for me because it's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I had to, I guess if I had to, like, I don't know, it's not really the question, but like, either go for everything being hyper realistic or different styles. Obviously, I go different styles.
Yeah,
you can get sick of the same thing over and over again. It goes same thing with anything.
Yeah,
it's nice that there's always a different kind of thing out there that exists that you can always.
Like art. Not everything's a photograph.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think you could even look at Uncharted, which a lot of people would say is hyper real, but I love that they add this slight stylization to Uncharted, and they also saturate all the tones, and you could see that even from one of their old trailers to the more recent trailer that they did start to saturate things a little bit because they don't want to lose that little bit of cartoony nature that the games have, and that's important to me in a video game a lot of times, especially in that genre. But I know, like, whenever I play a game in front of my dad specifically, he always is like, this bores me. Like, where's the colors? Like, you know, he wants colors. He wants like animation, like cool animation and all that kind of stuff. He doesn't want to see.
That's funny. My dad's the opposite.
Really? Okay.
He comes in and he's blown away. Like when I play the most recent Call of Duty, he'll stop over, like usually Mondays. He picks up his mail and stuff, and he came in and he's like, "What are you watching?" I'm playing. He was like, "What?" And, like, he doesn't believe it. He can't believe it. And like he asked me, he was over one week and he came over and he saw I was playing something else that was kind of like more visually stylized. And he was like, "Put that other one in." He's like, "I want to see what that. I want to check that out." And I'm like, "I'm not playing that right now." He was like, "It was just so cool. It's like so crazy." Like he's blown away.
That was me when I was playing the Uncharted trailer. Kristen just kind of glanced up, and I was like, "Look at like the lemur scene specifically." Because like, "Oh, that's adorable," and I was like, "This is Uncharted." She's like, "What?" Like I thought that was like, she's like, "I thought that was some guy petting the lemur." Like
it's crazy.
It's crazy.
And that's where I fall in the question myself. Is like me personally, art every time. Give me something that's different. Give me something that's unique, like Child of Light style. Like I love games that have even the Telltale games. What I love about them so much is in each Telltale game, it's all their own stylized art, with the exception of Game of Thrones. But like Wolf Among Us is just so you feel like you're reading that issue of the comic book.
Oh, that's so good.
The Walking Dead is just so right off the page, and it's not even in black and white, and they still nail that world and that universe. So I definitely go art personally. But when I have friends come over, or when I have like significant others that I'm talking to, and I'm like, this is why I play video games, I have to pop in an Uncharted game. I have to pop in, like...
It's more impressive.
It's just to a technical standpoint of, look at what video games are. Like, and this is what they can be.
Outsider to, like... To, like, the media, or is, like...
Yeah.
They're very blown away by,
to impress someone
how
like
much, like, you can see, like... Because I think people, like... Coming from that standpoint, remember, like... Super Mario.
Yeah, that's
like people who don't play games kind of think like, oh, video game, Super Mario.
Yeah.
And then they see that and they're like, holy shit.
At the same time, though, like I personally think it's almost as impressive as Uncharted on a different spectrum. But if I were to show somebody Ori and the Blind Forest, that's just like a casual gamer, they wouldn't get that as much as they would from Uncharted. But I'm like watching Ori and the Blind Forest, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is a Disney movie. Like, this is
that's how I am, because I want to play it more and more every time you guys say it.
Yeah, it's both of those are so impressive, just on complete opposite ends of the spectrum.
Sure.
Which is cool.
Game Killer, thank you for the question, though. That was awesome.
Excellent question. That's 2 in a row, I think, now. 2 weeks
Yeah,
in a
that
row,
was 2
Game
weeks in a
Killer.
row.
So, give them coming, Game Killer. You've
Yeah.
got some great questions. All right, so
Of
we're
course,
going
you guys can also send your questions, BT Dubs. Just tweet at us with hashtag on the spot, and then you can be entered to be almost highlighted or be highlighted on our show live.
100%.
P.S. I also wanted to point out a nice comment that we got in the chat room from a D-Day486. He says, "Just wanted to say you guys are the greatest. I try to watch every Sunday, and I'm glad you guys are after The Walking Dead." Well, we thank you for watching.
We do that
Of
intentionally.
Of course, we do that intentionally, actually. But of course, you guys all feel free. I love when people chat in the chat room. That's why I do in days on Mondays now, just to talk with you guys more. But of course, if you're new, always feel free to comment in our chat room. Everyone here is amazing. And then feel free to heart us on Twitch as well. That way you get email notifications for whenever we go live. It's right below me from whatever device you're watching from.
To Diclonius, I am sorry that we've only chosen your question on the week that you weren't here.
Literally,
Unfortunately,
though.
that was the 1 week where you chose your question and
That
then
was
you
a
weren't
good
here.
question. I don't remember specifically. But
It was
I
a good
remember,
question.
Good conversation coming from it.
Yeah.
Damn.
I think he came in late to that show even. Didn't he come in late to that show? And he was like, "Oh, you guys already answered my question?"
Maybe, but
could've
you know
sworn that's
what?
how
Just
that
keep at it, Diclonius. We do try and choose questions that
And
we
for
feel
everybody,
will
yeah.
create a good conversation.
For everybody,
That's-
if we haven't chosen your question, it's
Yeah.
nothing. It's just whatever we feel will.
But I also create a backlog of questions.
Yes.
So sometimes we'll dip into past questions. So
Oh, we have a
Diclonius-
bank of on the spot.
Yeah. So we might dip into your question from before Diclonius if
Sure,
it comes
please.
time. But right now we're going to take a quick commercial break and we're going to come back with topic of the week. We're going to be ripping each other's heads off trying to decide the top 5 games of multiple generations. So hold on tight, Evident Hair. Welcome back, Level Uppers, to the Level Up Show, episode 114. This is a gaming dedicated talk show on every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. If you like what we're doing at any point, please make sure to follow the show. Let's check out who our follows were, actually.
We've had a bunch tonight.
Yeah, we've had several. I think we're at 7791. We're only 9 follows away from 7,800. That would be cool to hit that. Thank you to All Sideways, Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
Dr. Doofus.
Dr. Doofenshmirtz is from the Disney show.
Not
Phineas
Doofus?
and Ferb.
Okay, we also have AgXGG. We got Luxandria, T-Learn, Demon Hunter, Greg is gay, and Level Up Show is gay.
Turn up, because I am a boss. Also, guys, if you're not, currently we started a new thing on Twitter where we've been taking behind-the-scenes videos, so you guys can go check those out. That's twitter.com/the Level Up Network, level spelled LBL. P.S. If you want to, oh my god, thank you for following Amelitant.
Something like that.
Yep, Emily.
Amelant.
Thank you.
And also, if you like to see more just visual stuff, you don't have a Twitter account, you can hit us up at instagram.com/the Level Up Network, this time spelled all the way out, where you can see all of our videos, behind-the-scenes pictures as well.
Thank you.
Yeah. And lastly, check out patreon.com on the screen right now.
Oh, look at you.
Yes.
It just happened that way.
Oh my god. It's like you planned this.
All right, so we're going to get into topic of the week. As I was saying, we are going to try, we love doing lists here, if you guys can't tell. It's a lot of fun. It creates great discussion.
Lists run my life.
Yeah, so we're going to try
They do.
to go
They do.
through past generations and decide our top 5 favorite games of each. So the first generation is Generation 7. If you guys don't know what that means, that is PS3, Xbox 360, and Wii. Now, I've created a list of some of the most well-received games, considering like Metacritic, game ranking, stuff like that, just to give us a starting point. You know, it makes it easier that way. So we've got Grand Theft Auto 4 and 5, the Mass Effect trilogy, Elder Scrolls Skyrim, Fallout 3, BioShock and Infinite, Call of Duty 4, Red Dead Redemption, Portal 2, Uncharted 2, Journey, The Last of Us, Batman Arkham City, Metal Gear Solid 4, Halo 3, Super Mario Galaxy, The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, The Walking Dead, God of War 3, Assassin's Creed 2, A Crack in Time, Ratchet and Clank, Ni no Kuni, and Killzone 2. Got a big list there, about 20 or so games. Now, was there any that I was just reading off that are like, this has got to be in the top 5?
Tell you
There's
right
no
now,
doubt in my
but
mind.
Yeah.
Yes, Super Mario Galaxy.
The Last of Us.
I agree with both of those.
Okay.
Those probably should
So
be in
we're
the top
done?
5.
All right, so can Greg, or one of you, can you make a list? Maybe,
Yeah, I have
actually, you do have it?
Yeah, done.
Now, we don't know the order of those yet, but I do think The Last of Us and Super Mario Galaxy will be
I'm going
in
to
the
put
top 5.
hyphens with the number of how we order
So,
them.
I feel like, I mean, can we put a trilogy, like the Mass Effect trilogy?
No.
No, it needs to be...
It needs
has
to
to be a
be
specific
singular
game.
game.
That's what I'm
like, to
saying.
me, Call of Duty 4 has to be on there. And because it spawned so many other things from it. And I don't want the whole entire Call of Duty. I don't want Modern Warfare 2.
Let's get it out of the way. Let's get it out of the way. Last of Us is on this list.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we already said
that.
Mario Galaxy and
No, but I mean, like, when I say on this list, like, it might be number 1 for me.
It's going to be up there.
Well,
might be.
let's figure out what 5 games are going to be in the list.
Oh, it's 5 for me? We're not doing 10 for me?
We're just doing 5.
5.
That's what's going to make it really tough.
Okay.
But it might
Let's
make
just
it go a little
everything.
faster, too,
Yeah.
hopefully.
Okay. Last of Us, yes.
Yes.
Mario
Last of Us,
Galaxy,
Mario
yes.
Galaxy.
Yes.
I feel like we need to have an RPG on
Why
there.
don't you give your 5?
Okay, and then we'll see if you guys agree with me. or
Yeah, I
not.
think we're each gonna give
Okay,
our
ready?
5.
Last of Us,
Sure.
Super Mario. See, I wouldn't put Super Mario Galaxy.
Okay, then no.
I wouldn't
Okay.
either, but I understand why you guys.
The Last of Us.
Oh, I would.
Last of Us, Ni no Kuni, Mass Effect 2, Uncharted 2, and Red Dead Redemption. Those are my top 5.
My top 5 would be The Last of Us, Journey, Ni no Kuni.
Ni no Kuni is just phenomenal. Neither of you have played that. Though,
Red Dead
right?
Redemption.
I'm not.
I'm number 5, don't I? Oh man. Oh shit.
Mass Effect's making this list. So
I like that
I just hope you guys are ready. Mass
No,
Effect 2 is
13
making it.
wasn't as good as Ni no Kuni.
No.
If we're gonna do an RPG, it's gonna be Ni no Kuni.
Yeah.
Right now,
We
I'm
need an
torn.
RPG.
But
For
I'm torn
top 5 games
between.
of a generation, we need an RPG.
I'm torn between Uncharted 2.
And what's the other one?
There's a lot. Arkham City was so good. Metal Gear Solid 4.
Arkham City is not top 5 games of the
Oh.
generation. though.
Slow the fuck down.
Arkham City's phenomenal. Well, I think Arkham Asylum, if anything. I like Arkham Asylum.
I think my
better.
number 5 right now is between Uncharted 2 and Metal Gear Solid 4. I can't decide yet. Mike, you decide your top 5.
All right, so I have. We already said Last of Us.
Yep.
Mario Galaxy. I'm gonna go with Elder Scrolls. What was the other one?
Mike, I feel like I hate all the lists you compile in life, but keep going.
What's wrong with Elder Scrolls?
What's wrong with
dude?
Elder Scrolls?
Elder Scrolls might.
I
Dude,
hate-
Elder Scrolls is one of the
spot on
best.
list.
I hate
Games
Elder
ever.
Scrolls. I hate Elder
You're
Scrolls.
one of like how many million though?
I hate
Right.
it.
Call of Duty 4.
Okay.
Like I said, has to be on there.
I hate it.
Man, that's gonna be tough.
I don't know how we're going to come to it. It's 5.
We have
You
to come
did
to a
5.
consensus. We have to.
This is the devil.
Here's what sucks is I loved it, but you know what? As time goes on, I'm gonna have to go with what is still holding up. So I'm not gonna put Assassin's
Like
Creed
today?
2 on there, but I'm gonna put Red Dead Redemption on there.
Okay. Good, because I do think Red Dead Redemption.
Red Dead
should be on
Redemption
there.
deserves to be on our top.
I think
list.
Red Dead Redemption should be in the top 5.
See, I played a lot of it, but I never finished it.
You never finished Red Dead
I don't know,
Redemption?
maybe it sucks at the end.
Well, we've got 3 people with Red Dead staying here, so I think that's gonna have to make it in the top 5. But it sounds like you want Arkham City being in there.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't think it should have been discounted so quickly.
I never discounted it. I just don't think it's
That's-
with the
just-
other games on the
that's
list.
discounting it.
Arkham City. First of all, out of all the Arkham games, Arkham Asylum is still my
Well-
favorite. Number 1. Number 2. When you're talking about the Arkham games as a whole, Arkham City is probably last on my list out of the trilogy without Arkham Origins.
For you,
For
what
you,
are your
that's
top
for
5?
you, though.
What are your top 5?
What's
One
your
of
top
yours.
3 Arkham games though?
Top 3 Arkham games.
Like
There's only
list them
4
1 to
Arkham
3.
games. Oh, like the order of them?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a different.
Right, we're not doing that.
That's
Why
what
do
I
you
mean.
think
City's at the
City's
bottom
on
of
the
that list. So if Batman's gonna make the list, it's not gonna be
City is not the bottom of my Arkham list at all.
Right, he's already said that he likes City more than Asylum.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
Because it's better.
I like Asylum more myself, but I do know that City, I think, is typically the more popular one.
Because it's way fucking better.
Not true, but keep going.
Super true.
All right. Anyway,
Mass Effect 2.
Mass Effect 2 has to.
Right, it's gotta be.
Understood.
Yeah.
Mass Effect 2. Am I doing this in my order?
No, just
no,
five
just put
games.
your
Just my
your 5 games.
Mass Effect 2.
Oh, look at it on screen. Oh my god, I want to
It's
play it so
amazing.
bad
yeah.
again.
I'm gonna say Mass Effect 2, Last of Us. I'm certain about those two.
Okay.
Uh,
I like that we all said Last of Us.
Obviously.
That's a kind of an obvious one.
Last of
I
Us
feel
is a
like that
masterpiece.
that almost undoubtedly then signifies it as number 1.
Yeah.
It might be, yeah.
I feel like because of how unanimous it is, it's going to be our number 1.
There's not an experience I've ever had with a game.
Last of Us, Mass Effect 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say Uncharted 2.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Super Mario Galaxy.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna say...
Surprised you didn't say Journey.
I said Journey.
Oh, you did.
Wait
say
a minute, what is Bioshock/Bioshock
It
Infinite?
could be either one of
Either
those.
one.
You know,
Bioshock 1?
Yeah.
Bioshock 1. Bioshock 1 was fucking awesome.
Over Infinite.
Yeah, Bioshock 1 was the fucking
Yeah,
best.
Bioshock 1's so much better than Infinite.
Bioshock 1
You think
is the
so?
fucking...
I like
See, I
Totally.
feel like that's a controversial topic because it depends on who you ask.
yeah, I liked Infinite more.
Those are
I-
mine. Mass
I mean,
Effect,
I'm not saying
Mass
it's-
Effect 2, Bioshock 1, Uncharted 2, The Last of Us, Galaxy.
Okay, so now I'm happy we all made up our top 5, but they're all different, so what do we do?
That's why.
Yeah, I guess that's how it goes.
I think we can agree, maybe, that The Last of Us is number 1.
That I
Can
can
we agree to that?
Yeah.
Because we
Alright.
we all had it on our list.
Yeah, okay.
The only game we all
put
had.
it in. The Last of Us is the number 1 game of the PS3, Xbox 360, Wii generation. Super Mario Galaxy is going to be on there, but I don't think it should be number 2.
I don't think so.
No.
Can we not put it at number 2?
No, I'm
I'm
even
fine
okay
with
with it being 5. I don't give a shit as long as it's on.
Yeah, I
the
really don't care. Yeah, I'm okay with it. Honestly, for me, out of the games that I named, it probably would have been my number 5. I do think it belongs on the list, but I don't have a particular.
I also agree that
sound
probably it wouldn't be on my list because I never played it, but I understand how important Mass Effect 2 was.
Mass Effect 2 is that has to make top 5.
I really think, man, if you could just get
Mass
through
Effect-
that first game, it's gonna change your life.
I'm going to get to it eventually. After the trophy
Can
war,
you
probably.
just skip Mass Effect 1 and
Thank you. They have a comic book storyline where you take the 4
Please.
important choices, the only one that
Just so
matter,
you
and
can
put
finish
it in
it? Because you never finished
Because I want you to do 2 so bad, Drew. You would absolutely adore that.
That's
game. I
really
know
not
you
up
would.
to us. That's up to the people that donated to Extra Life.
I know.
That's
Also,
true.
Diclonius, we are not doing the PS1 generation today. We're hoping to get to the PS2 generation. This might be a multi-week series that we're doing here. All right, so can we put...
Rick has agreed. Has to be on it. Mass Effect 2 is a fucking phenomenal game.
I'll even agree to that because I know how influential.
I
it was.
really...
We were at top 5, and I said, could we put Super Mario Galaxy at number 5 then if we're keeping it on?
Yeah,
top
can we
five?
just put that at
Yeah,
number 5?
we already said that.
Okay,
We're
so
okay with it being
Super
number
Mario
5.
Galaxy would be number 5.
And we have Last of Us at number 1. That's all.
I think, so we've got the other ones to be on this list will be Red Dead Redemption, Mass Effect 2.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare started.
What about Grand
so
Theft
much.
Auto 5? You guys...
Oh,
nobody
shit,
said that.
was on fucking last gen.
Yeah,
shit.
I
completely
looked at it.
I feel like Uncharted 2 is the number 4.
No.
I don't know.
You know what?
My
Uncharted
issue
2
with that is
Uncharted
2
2
Naughty Dog games on the
no,
list.
They deserve it.
No, no,
Uncharted
I know,
2, Uncharted 2, or Ni no Kuni. Those are my 2 pushes.
And honestly, I feel like as great
Or
as
the
Grand Theft
original
Auto 5
BioShock.
is for many things, I feel like it's a leeway into to the next great game, and Red Dead Redemption. did
I'm
things
thinking
better.
of what defined that generation, and I don't think as great as Grand Theft Auto is. I don't think Grand Theft Auto
That's what I
shaped
mean.
that generation.
Right.
In any
Grand Theft
way.
Auto is shaping this one because
Sure.
it has a lot more support on this gen. But that's why I'm surprised that we're not thinking about Call of Duty. Call of Duty 4 spawned Sniper Elite. If it wasn't for games like if it wasn't for Call of Duty Modern Warfare with all gillied up, we wouldn't have games like Sniper Elite and the other. I can't remember what the other game is.
No, but we can't argue.
It's just not one that I would consider.
We just can't argue what shaped the next thing, though.
No, I'm
Because then
arguing.
by that logic, then Uncharted 2 has to be on.
But
that.
it's
I'm arguing
it's
what shaped
easily
that generation.
Uncharted 2 cinematic aspects of what that game brought to the gaming industry as a whole. Every single game tries to be that.
Yeah, Uncharted 2 changed
Literally,
a lot.
the year Uncharted 2 came out, I don't know if you guys remember the scene where you go through the narrow passageway and you go through that one corridor with Tenzin. Every game that released within the next 2 years had a motion in the game where you move through a narrow corridor and the camera closes in on you.
Guys,
every game.
Uncharted 4, Uncharted 2 is phenomenal, right?
I don't
get
want-
that.
yeah,
But
I
here's
don't-
the thing: Call of Duty. Not only that, let's go advance it then. The multiplayer. No game had done multiplayer.
No,
like
I
Call of
agree with
Duty ever
that, for
did.
sure, yeah.
No
I-
game
yeah, I
did
agree.
the customization. No game did like any of the kill
I
streaks.
do
or
think a
kill
game like
perks.
that should be on this list. That's why I put both Halo 3 and Call of Duty 4
And
on
I
this
feel
list
like,
here.
Honestly, as much as I love
I
Halo,
would be
Call of Duty 4 is
okay.
better.
Personally,
Well,
Greg's
then-
going to be very upset about it. I think Call of Duty 4 could replace my spot of Uncharted. Because
Uncharted 2.
This is not
Uncharted-
going to be our list.
Not at all.
Uncharted 2, sure.
It's not yours only. It's everybody.
Yeah, I'm
No,
saying
I know
that,
that, but I'm
this
saying,
is
yeah.
going to be very different from my list.
I mean, I'm...
Our
Well,
group list.
everything is very different from my list.
No,
You
'cause
guys
Call-
don't give a fuck about that.
Well, Call of Duty 4 wasn't on any of my picks.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think from the... It's not,
Yeah, I am
it's-
too.
This isn't our top 5 favorite games.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like for the whole
Yep.
generation. And like,
Yeah, that's why I'm saying Galaxy's fine. I don't
right,
like Galaxy.
exactly, yeah. So Call of Duty 4 would be that for me. I prefer Uncharted 2.
Okay, so I'm going to
but-
present something here.
Remember,
Number 1,
Yes,
The Last of
100%.
Us.
Sure,
We have that.
Number 2, Mass Effect 2.
sure.
Number 3,
Wait. Over.
Number 3 is
number 3, Red
Redemption.
Dead Redemption. Number 4, Call of Duty 4. Number 5, Super Mario Galaxy.
100%.
I don't know. I feel like I might swap Red Dead and Mass Effect 2. I love Mass Effect 2, but Red Dead was phenomenal.
I would because I never played Mass Effect 2, but I'm trying. I just thought you guys. would play for Mass Effect
I'm
2.
surprised you're gonna say
I
that.
love them both so much. I'm just happy. I'm very happy Mass Effect 2 is on the list.
I think Mass Effect 2 was, again, in terms of influencing the generation, I think Mass Effect 2 would be the one to have a number 2.
I don't know. Red Dead was.
What sucks
so
is
good.
you can't even compare
Red Dead
it
was
to like
great, but
the
it didn't change anything. Mass Effect 2 was like the talk, dude, for like months.
So
and
was
months.
Red Dead.
Yeah, but so is Red Dead's still played right now.
It's not.
I'm telling you right now.
What I'm saying is you guys
exactly,
warped my
that's the
head
thing.
here because I was going in on this saying like the top 5 games of the generation that you could play right now, this moment, and you would still enjoy every second of it. Like
Red
if you
Dead would
brainwash
be
somebody,
that.
Red Dead would be that.
Mario
Mass Effect
Galaxy
2,
would be that.
but now you guys are saying like the stuff that shaped it as a whole. Like Mass Effect 2, phenomenal game. I love that game to death. I think it deserves a spot on top 5, but I don't think it shaped more than Red Dead did.
I don't know.
Red Dead added horses to a bunch of other games.
I guess we would have to vote. I would vote Mass Effect.
I really have no opinion here either way.
I can't have an opinion. I never played Mass Effect.
You and me can't vote in on this. This is gonna have to be between them.
I don't know.
That's between you guys.
Well, somebody.
You're the only ones that played both of
Someone
them.
give me my sword. Please. It's
Needle.
time. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, you didn't finish Red Dead though.
I don't think I needed to. That's the difference.
That's what I mean.
Where did you
Like
get
I
up to with
couldn't.
it?
I couldn't have slept without finishing Mass Effect. I didn't finish Red Dead, and I was just fine. Didn't care. Cowboys in the Sand, great.
See, like I played both of those games. I marathoned them both, and I loved them both. So much.
I just want to say right now that
We'll
I
go
made
Mass
myself
Effect 2
sick.
at number 2. Mass Effect 2
Guys,
at number
I
2.
apologize because my list is different, but it's not going to affect this end of list anyway. I have to swap out something and put 2 things and put on Fable 2 and Borderlands 2.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to give those
I don't know what it
nods,
is.
go for it. I would say that on my list there would have been Journey on there for sure. Ni no Kuni would have been on there.
I mean,
You know,
make your
you know what I
case,
mean.
man. I think Journey should totally be considered.
I don't think I'm winning that at all.
I think that would shape the generation. If you can, I don't.
No.
There's things I'm not like.
If there's any like
set in
indie
stone
small
on.
game that should be on this list, it would be Journey.
What would
in
you
my
take
opinion.
away and put Journey in the place though?
Oh man, I mean, personally, I would take Call of Duty 4, but that's just because I'm not a huge multiplayer guy. That I'm not going to fight for it. I honestly, I know that I'm going to be in a minority.
Well, I'll
there.
tell you this. I think, and this is coming from someone who didn't even like Journey. I think Journey was far more influential than Super Mario Galaxy was.
Oh my god! I would
Wow,
love this.
wow! I had no idea Journey was even going to be in consideration here.
No, I
don't see why not. I don't see why
I don't agree
not.
with that at all. I mean,
What do
I
you
get
think,
what you're
Greg?
saying,
But
I
you
don't
mean
agree.
make your case, dude? I think I made a pretty strong fucking case for Journey to replace.
I
that
think
game.
that yeah, as far as like the small indie games go, and especially when it comes to the artistic side of things, like Journey. I mean, Journey was the
I don't
game of the year on
see
IGN that
how-
year. It's
I
crazy.
mean, unless you can present, like I said, I'm open to anything changing because I think we all should be because it's what shaped the generation. So if you can give me a reason other than you just disagree of why, I think Journey should absolutely replace it. It way far more changed last generation than Super Mario Galaxy.
It doesn't.
This is tough because I've only played a little bit of Galaxy, and I'll be honest with you, I couldn't stick with it because
I
it
played them
really
both to
was just
completion.
jarring to me, and I couldn't get into it
I
myself.
preferred Mario Galaxy. I 100% Mario Galaxy,
Yeah.
and I still think
Same.
Journey should be on.
I
It was
just
the only
think
one
I
I
just
ever-
think Journey's attention and the like highlights that it got. Exactly what Dean said. Like, there's so many games now that would have never existed because people have the
Exactly.
confidence that a game, especially like you said, IGN gave it Game of the Year that year.
Yeah,
That's
it was
insane.
mind blowing. I couldn't believe that.
That's
I
insane.
agree that that's an insane status, but I mean, here's the thing: Mario Galaxy. There's not one of like I don't. For you to say that, I get that you're giving it the attention it deserves, and that's good. I feel like Drew should have done that, but he didn't. He just gave up on it.
I did not imagine in a million years you guys would
played
consider
Galaxy and you don't know. I mean,
that's why I tried to fight for.
I'm surprised with how little that you liked Journey,
Mhm.
that you would let how much you liked Galaxy
Because
be overshadowed.
that's
by
the
that.
important thing when making a list like this is we have to
Oh,
differentiate preference from.
Trust me, if
what
you
belongs,
were
you know what
on
I mean?
the last 2 list making episodes we've done, I don't fucking give a shit about anything.
I mean, I have to say, most of the chat is saying Journey.
I don't
should replace
understand
it.
that. I mean, it's whatever. I'm not going to even bother arguing. I guess there's
So-
no point because I'm going to be overshadowed.
You,
I think it's
like I
dumb.
said, make your case, man.
I mean, I don't feel like there's much of a case besides it was a phenomenal Mario game. It's probably, in my opinion, one of the best, if not the best Mario game. It flowed perfectly. It balanced everything the way it needed. It added all the nostalgia that you wanted out of Mario and added a lot of new
But
mechanics.
again, you're just describing why it was good. How did it change the generation?
We're not talking about how it changed the generation all the time.
Yes, we are. This is the top
added
5 games of that
the
generation.
You're right. How it shaped what that generation was. And for the Wii, the best game on the Wii was Mario Galaxy.
Yeah.
Hands down. And the Wii was the best seller of last generation. Therefore, I feel like that right there earns its spot. Regardless, I mean, if I'm going to get overshadowed, it's not going to matter what I say. It's a fucking Mario game. There's nothing earth-shattering about it besides they added 3D worlds that you went around the entire globe instead of on a flat level like Mario 64 or Sunshine was. It was different, but it's whatever it is.
Evan and Hero, you kind of got an idea of our top 15 just by all the games that we named, nodded and all that kind of stuff. But the whole point is to force each other to come to a consensus on the top 5. That's what makes it difficult. You know, we talked about Ni no Kuni, and we talked about Crack in Time and all these other ones. Yeah.
Borderlands, Fable 2.
Borderlands, Fable 2. Yeah, like, we're naming all the games that we would consider in our top 15, but we're narrowing
The reason
it down.
why I didn't make as big of a case for Journey is because I thought, number one, neither of you two would go for that, so I wanted to make a case for Mass Effect 2. Mass Effect 2 was the one I didn't think would make number 2.
Really?
And I'm so happy about that, because you two haven't played it.
I know the importance of that game, though.
That game, like, is so... I'm so happy that came in at number 2.
That's kind of like when Shenmue 3 was announced. Like, I don't give a shit. I never played Shenmue. But the fact that it was announced and knowing how important that was, I was like, holy shit, this is insane. Like, I can put myself in other people's shoes. I can show empathy for that.
That's the thing. Like, I didn't fucking like Journey at all.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I don't feel like it needs to be kicked off.
I did not like it.
Trust me, I know this. We've had this conversation before. It's just, I don't know. I feel, I understand that Journey did a lot of good things, and it was a good game. It was well received, and it got a lot of attention. And if it was a top 10, then yes, it would be on there. But I feel like Mario Galaxy was definitely a better overall game.
I understand what you're saying, but I just think it's
Mario Galaxy.
Like,
and
to
again,
your point about Call of Duty, right? You said look at this generation because of Call of Duty.
Yeah, you won me over on Call of Duty.
Look at this generation because of Journey, dude. Yeah. Indies are carrying these fucking systems.
But you can't say that's only because of Journey. You have fucking Flower that really did before
I'm saying
that.
it's largely in response to
This
Journey
is where the
doing
difference
so
is.
well.
Call of Duty 4 was early on in the PS3, Xbox 360, and Wii generation, and then Call of Duty 4 ended up shaping that entire multiplayer genre as a whole. You won me over on Call of Duty 4. I completely agree with that. Where Dean's coming is from PS3 now moving over into what we play every day now. The PlayStation Network Store or the Xbox Arcade, if they still call it that, I don't know. They literally, you go onto that now, and what is highlighted, but indie games. Ori and the Blind Forest was highlighted. Like, that's why I feel like that's how Journey should be on the list.
That would be on my list for the current gen, Ori and the Blind Forest. But me personally, I don't feel like, again...
I don't think games like Ori would have...
I think we're just kind of beating a dead horse at this point. We're just going around in circles. Real quick, I just want to give attention to Evan and Hare asking about other games from the Wii. The only other one I would think of is Skyward Sword, personally.
Yeah, the Skyward Sword is the other one that's on there.
That's the only other one.
It wasn't actually as unanimous. Like, I don't know, you were the only person I know actually that didn't like Galaxy.
I do.
I don't know. I think, like, to your average size comments, it's kind of to your point. He said, I'm not sure the indie focus of the PS4 had to be largely impacted by Journey. I think if you think there would be nearly as many indies, if these systems were selling so well, in the beginning especially, based on how many indies were out, not AAA titles, indies, had not 80% to do with them taking a shot on something that's out there and different as Journey, you're crazy. That's totally.
That being said, I did want to say that Journey is technically not an indie title.
Right.
Yeah,
it's technically Sony published, therefore it's not
right.
indie. No. I get what you mean. It's the indie vibe. It's an artistic.
It's not an indie, but it's the
smaller type of game.
No, but he's 100% right. If a game like Journey can win Game of the Year at multiple places, not even just
give more attention to that genre.
And if you don't have an internet connection, the Journey game doesn't mean as much to most people that it does.
Oh well, of course, yeah. It doesn't mean as much. He's right there. It doesn't mean as much.
I'm telling you right now, it won't.
A lot of the importance of that game is the unanimous connection that you have with the partner.
Yeah, I think that's why I fell apart for you.
And honestly, that's another, to me, win for, no offense, Galaxy. And it's not to take away from Journey, but Journey requires something that in 10 years from now won't be available. Whereas Mario Galaxy, at any time, 30 years from now, you can go back and have the same amount of enjoyment out of it as you did now. Whereas Journey, if you don't have that online component...
I'm not considering that a criteria where just because I won't be able to turn on the online of that game.
If anything, that makes it more special.
Call of Duty 4's multiplayer would be a
that's turned off now too.
Effect, so.
No, because the story still holds up.
But your point was it was the first one that introduced multiplayer, so made it a big deal, which I agree with. So I don't think multiplayer, or I don't think...
can we, I guess, just make a vote here, I guess? I don't know. What do you guys think? Super Mario Galaxy or Journey as number 5 spots?
I vote Journey.
Journey.
Why did you even bother asking?
Because we have to vote, man.
Should we poll the chat?
Well,
maybe?
because we already knew how you three felt.
poll the
Like,
chat.
I was the only one
Let's poll the
arguing.
chat. Let's poll the chat. Let's see what the
Well,
chat
we already
says.
knew how the chat felt. They already said fucking Journey.
No, I read a lot of
We'll
chat.
have them vote, and then are we moving on? Are we going to try to do PS2?
Oh, yeah, I think we should try.
I think we should try too.
All right, so we're just going to do Journey or Galaxy, I guess. I can't even read that right now. Sorry if this is spelled incorrectly, guys.
What about Shadow Complex? Fantastic game. Definitely not the best of the generation, though.
Never played Shadow Complex.
Oh my god, it's coming later this year on PS4.
It looks
so
cool.
excited. I'm so excited for that game. I'm so happy Mass Effect 2 got number 2.
All right, Super Mario Galaxy or Journey, guys, let us know in the chat.
So while you guys are voting on that, this is our list. Otherwise, number 4, Call of Duty 4. Number 3, Red Dead Redemption. Number 2, Mass Effect 2. And number 1, The Last of Us, which is incredible considering that's one of the last of the generation.
Another follow there. Maybe from the same guy again.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet.
That's nice of you. Thank you.
Oh my god.
No,
all
we
right.
can't do a tie. That's not right.
No, we don't do ties.
No,
Gotta
top
make a
5,
decision.
not top 6.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
So
that,
do
you're
we
pretty
want-
much just doing top 6.
Do we want
in
to
that
start
case.
the next one then?
Nobody is doing it right, by the way. You gotta put exclamation point vote space the number.
Nobody is doing it right, by the way.
We put in this poll and then nobody actually votes. All right, well, this isn't working out. We're not betting, we're voting, guys. Or did I click bet?
I think
Shit.
you made it a bet.
Oh, damn it. That's why. It went into the bet category.
To your credit,
Forget it.
I love Mario Galaxy is one of the games
I'm not saying, like, no,
it's
I
one of
do
the
that.
last Wii games I held on to. I love
Right.
it. It's just I just can't help it, man. My gut is saying Journey.
All right, put Journey in, I guess.
Okay.
I feel like the chat was more sided on Journey from what I could tell.
Yeah.
It seemed like it.
Number 5 is Journey.
And right now, I'm seeing it now too. Seems like more people are saying Journey. So, I guess this is like ours and our communities is saying Journey. And number 6 would be Super Mario Galaxy in that case, I guess. All right, so moving on from that, let's try and get through generation number 6. This one would be.
I'm gonna die. I can't make this list.
This is a tough one.
I don't know if I'll be as strong-willed on this list.
No.
As you guys probably might.
Okay, well, this is PS2, Xbox, and GameCube.
Okay.
All right, so here's a little bit of a
And
starter
Dreamcast,
point for you.
and Dreamcast.
You've got and Dreamcast too. Yeah, I actually did throw that in there. Dreamcast too. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3,
Because why not?
Grand Theft Auto 3,
Dreamcast.
Resident Evil 4,
Huh?
Metal Gear Solid 2 or 3, Devil May Cry 1, 2, or 3, Halo 1 or 2, Splinter Cell series is in there, Metroid Prime, Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, God of War 1 or 2, Ratchet and Clank series, Jack and Daxter series, Sly Cooper series, Okami, Final Fantasy X, Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, Eco Shadow of the Colossus, Persona 4, Knights of the Old Republic,
This isn't okay.
Beyond Good and Evil.
This isn't okay.
Those are just some starting points there.
I don't know where to begin.
Any ones that are like gotta be in the top
Kingdom
5.
Hearts.
These are going to be so different.
Yeah.
They're going
It's
to
gonna be very different.
super different.
Wait, I know what we can all agree on. Legend of Zelda Wind Waker.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%.
Wind
That's gotta
Waker
be in there.
needs to be on this list.
Yeah.
agree with that.
Okay. Wind Waker, 100%. Yeah, I agree. That's in the top 5.
Wind Waker was
No,
a
it's
fun
still rolling.
one of the last Legend of Zelda games that I
What
had.
is?
That was
The
perfect.
video, I didn't know
Yeah,
you-
the video's supposed to be rolling.
I love it.
I would 100%
Can we all
really
give our
push
top
for Metal
5?
Gear Solid 3 as well.
Give our top 5 each of us?
Yes, that's fine with me.
Yeah.
Craig, can you figure that out right off the
Also,
bat?
you know it's 12:30, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm down. If everyone else is cool with going.
Yeah, me too.
I just wanna
I
make
need
sure.
to figure
I
it out.
love this. This is fun.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Okay, my top 5 is Resident Evil 4, Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, Kingdom Hearts 1.
That was so bassy.
I know. Oh my god. Jack 3. And then number 5 is... Because I feel like you guys will go for this one more, Shadow of the Colossus. Although I prefer Eco.
All right, I've never even played the game fully all the way through, but Resident Evil 4 has got to be on this list.
If Resident Evil 4... no, right now, we all have to agree. Resident Evil 4 makes this list.
Yeah,
It
it's one of-
literally
yeah.
changed third-person perspective shooters.
It's on my
Forever.
list.
My
Forever.
number 1
I
would be
didn't
Metal
know
Gear
play
Solid
it.
3.
I didn't play it. I can't say.
You've never played Resident Evil 4? Oh,
I
we
don't
talked
like-
about this
I
at Yale
don't like
Dude.
Resident Evil.
Oh, that's true.
My number 1 would be Metal Gear Solid 3. Then it would be Final Fantasy X.
Do you know the order of yours and everything? I don't know the order.
I'm just kind of going with it right now.
Yeah, just name them.
I would go. We talked about this on the last one between Eco and Shadow of the Colossus. I would choose Shadow of the Colossus. Then I would go with Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. And I would close with Kingdom Hearts. One.
That's a good list.
One.
It's a solid list. Thank you for saying one.
You're up, Mike.
All right, Kingdom Hearts 2.
As your number one, or just in
No,
general?
I don't have any order.
Okay.
Kingdom Hearts 2.
Okay.
Halo 1.
Yeah, I understand.
Halo I could put on the list, I think.
Shit, what am I talking about? Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
Ooh, okay, I love that game.
Resident Evil 4.
Yes.
Yeah.
And shit, there was something else. I'm forgetting it. I'm gonna hate myself for it.
Is it on this list?
Wind Waker. You didn't say Wind Waker.
It's not. I never played it.
Wait, what were you?
Yeah.
Mike, as
knew
you
this.
are the proponent.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know
No,
that.
he knew this.
As you
That's
are
the only reason you like Twilight Princess so much. Is
Look
because you
at
never
Dean's
played Wind
shirt.
Waker.
Can we just look at Dean's
I
shirt?
know.
Like that's literally
I'm not.
like.
Listen, I'm not against. I even have Toon Link. I know how good it is. I don't have a console to play it on.
I feel like you are the biggest proponent of Nintendo. That's like the best Nintendo game ever.
I
made.
don't have. I never had a Nintendo console though.
For real?
Yeah, I never like. I think the Wii was the first one I ever bought.
That's crazy to me. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Wow, that's crazy.
Like I had to
Blew
play
my
Resident
mind.
Evil 4 at my ex-girlfriend's house.
What?
Well,
I'm happy she let you do
Didn't know that. I didn't know that.
yeah, that's Laura Meshes.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's funny.
yeah. And Fable. That was it.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
It's a good list.
I retract a previous statement I made where I said, Mike, I hate all of the lists you make up because that was actually a pretty solid list.
Yeah, you guys are even. You're an idiot. You retracts your list because you make the worst list.
All right, Dean, you're up. What's your 5 that you're gonna fight for?
Mine's gonna be way different. I don't know how much I'm gonna fight for them.
Oh God.
They're gonna be.
Smash Brothers.
I think they might be real different than yours, guys'.
I just don't know how we're going to come
But I'm gonna
up
go
with
for it.
We're not doing Skype calls anymore. Whoever just followed us asking, we did our Skype calls earlier.
Sorry.
So
If you don't know the format of the show, we do a Skype call after
technically
each
supposed to be
level
off
update.
air right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, we're not doing Skype calls anymore.
I'm gonna say Metroid Prime because I fucking love Metroid
That's
Prime.
good.
I don't care if it's made lists; it's on my list.
Yeah.
Metroid Prime is a game I think about still to this day. Love it.
Okay.
Metroid Prime's my list. Wind Waker.
Don't forget Super Smash Brothers, because I did.
That wasn't.
Yeah, Super Melee was on GameCube.
You know what? That wasn't my Smash. I always preferred.
Really?
Everyone always liked that one better. N64 original Smash was mine.
That's my Smash.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see, I like Melee more just because the characters.
A lot
but
of
yeah,
people
I agree.
do.
That was like a bigger one for me.
A lot of people do. Yeah, when that one was out, we still hooked up the N64 because we were like,
Really?
64
That's
Smash is my
surprising.
shit.
me and Kiefer. Yeah, that was always our Smash.
One of the only-
N64.
Reasons why I still have my N64.
Metroid Prime, Wind Waker, Halo, 1.
Good call.
This is so hard.
Pregnant pause.
Because there's just so much.
I want to say Kingdom Hearts. I've only played the first one.
And you only played it recently. Does that count?
Yeah, but I mean, it's the same game, right?
Yeah, it's the same, just better
game.
graphics. Yeah.
Don't forget, you also have games like on this system, like Madden 2003.
What I want to do is say Spider-Man 2, the movie game. game was fucking-
Come on, is that
Oh
really in
no,
top 5,
the
though?
original Spider-Man game. No, that was
Dude,
PlayStation 1.
Everybody
No, sorry,
loves that game.
I forgot.
It was so much fun.
That was such a fucking great game.
I'm gonna say, what did I name so far? Metroid Prime, Wind Waker,
And Halo.
and Halo 1. I feel like I want to say, kind of want to say Kingdom Hearts 1.
Okay.
Because I know, maybe 2, I don't know yet. I haven't played it.
Or can we agree on a number 1? Is there any chance of agreeing on a number 1?
I don't know.
Legend of
Probably
Zelda
not.
Wind Waker is my number 1, probably.
I think I would be okay to compromise on that. Mine would be Metal Gear Solid 3, but I would be okay saying Wind Waker.
Can I also?
I would compromise to that. Mine personally would be Metroid Prime, honestly.
My personal
Wow.
would be
I love that game.
Resident Evil 4, but I think Wind Waker is the one game that we all four mentioned, so I feel like that has to be.
Am I going to be
Well,
able
I
to get
think
Metal
we
Gear
all
Solid 3
four-
on this list?
No.
No, I think.
Really?
Not happening.
You guys are nuts.
I'll tell you right now, you're getting Metal Gear Solid on this list.
I feel like I should.
No, you absolutely need to. And
I'm
for you to
open for
argue against
everything,
it
I told you.
is dumb. It is.
I'm not arguing
easily-
against it. It's probably a phenomenal game. I watched my brother play the game. I know
God
what
of
the
War
game
2 is my number 5.
Okay.
Okay.
Good answer.
I mean, you
Metal Gear-
just gotta trust me on this one.
I'm willing to compromise.
Metal Gear Solid 3 is
Solid
gotta
I've
be on
heard
this list.
It's on
many
this
times
list.
how
I get
how
that.
defining
That is a
the
freaking
generation was.
amazing
Yeah.
game.
So sure.
Like, still one of my
Okay,
favorite
well,
games of all
pause.
time.
Okay, so now we're gonna compromise. Whatever. Resident Evil 4, I think deserves number 2. I think that
Absolutely,
game
hands
literally
down.
defined third-person
I think it
action
needs
Which
to
one?
be number one.
and Resident Evil 4 and QuickTime
Yes, I'm
events.
okay with that. I'm okay with that.
QuickTime events. That was the first time it ever happened.
All right, so what is the one game you
You
guys
put
are
it.
like,
I'll trust
this has
you.
got to be on the
I'll
list?
trust you
For me,
guys.
it is Metal Gear Solid 4. Or no, Metal Gear Solid 3, sorry. That is my one game that has to be on this
Grand
list.
Theft Auto.
Which one? Vice City?
Vice City.
That is your one game that you're choosing that you need to have on this list.
I'm not
Yes.
prepared for this.
Okay, Dean, what is the one game you need to have on this list?
Metroid Prime.
Metroid Prime. Greg, one game you
God,
need to have
how
on this
none
list.
of us
Kingdom
said
Hearts
Halo.
1.
All right.
Fuck.
All right, so those are all on this list. We're compromising. Those are all going to be on this list.
No, we
Halo is
can't.
not
We
on
already
this
picked
list,
1 and
that's
2.
gonna
We
be
can't.
Absolutely.
That's what's happening.
We can't. We named 4. We have 4 games, or now we only have 3 spots
Yeah,
left.
no, we only have one spot left now.
How do we?
Because we just said Metal Gear Solid 3 is going to be on the list, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, Metroid Prime, and Kingdom Hearts
1.
2. Or
Kingdom
1.
Hearts 1.
So those are 4 out of 5 right there. Those are
Right,
in the
we
list.
We
also
already
have
agreed
Resident
Legend of
Evil
Zelda Wind
and
Waker
Wind
is
Waker.
1, and 2 is Resident Evil 4. We already have 1 and 2.
We have
though.
6 games.
Nobody
right
said
now.
Resident Evil 4?
Yeah.
What the hell? What? Everybody was like unanimous on
Because
that
we
one.
already
I wasn't.
decided
I
that
never
that was
played
on
it.
there.
I just trusted you guys. I was
Oh, okay.
compromising.
Well, that messes things up now.
Right, and honestly,
All right, so
Halo
what do we
needs
get
to
rid
be-
of for those? Because
Hold
those
on.
two are going to be
We
on
can't
here.
go by this because Halo needs to be on that list.
We only have 5 spots here.
I
Then
know,
you choose
but
Halo for your game, man.
no, because I don't know.
Metroid Prime.
Halo and Vice City defined that generation for both. I mean, in my opinion, GTA 3 defined that console at first, but Vice City was the better game, and Halo defined Xbox into what it is currently, and it's still a good game. I went back and played it, and it's still good.
I would say Halo should go in there before Vice City.
I agree.
I agree with that.
So you think that Grand Theft Auto being in 3D model versus ever?
well, if you're going to say
I think
that,
Grand
then
Theft
Grand Theft
Auto-
Auto 3 would have to be your case, then.
Yeah, I feel like Grand
That's the
Theft
first
Auto
time
can
Grand Theft Auto ever
go
went 3D.
somewhere in the 5 to 10 range. Like
Yeah.
we don't have to. We it's great. We're acknowledging it, but I feel like if you want to fight for one, I think it should be Halo.
I
over
think-
Grand Theft Auto.
I-
I'm okay with Halo.
I'm going to sacrifice my personal opinion. I like Vice City more than the original Halo. I'm going to sacrifice that just because Halo needs
for the
to be on
greater
this
good.
list.
I think Halo is.
Halo might be number
I think
3. It
Halo
defined
is where you
multiplayer.
get your Call of Duty 4 out of.
That's
Like,
what I mean.
Halo was the
Yeah,
real
absolutely.
like root. through.
I agree with that. Can we all
Halo,
agree
honestly,
we're making Halo
in my
1?
opinion, SOCOM 1 and 2
Oh,
were...
sure, yeah.
Can we all agree we're making
That.
Halo 1 number 3?
I'm okay with that.
That's
I'm
okay.
okay with that.
But that means Metal Gear Solid 3 is number 4.
It's okay. I'm not.
How is that
expecting-
logical?
No,
Because in
You
my
can't
opinion,
do
Metal Gear
that.
Solid 3 should be in front of all those games. So I'm compromising big time, saying it should be number 4.
to be honest, I'll agree to that. It had less clunky controls.
Give me your case other than you loved it, though.
Metal Gear Solid 3
Yeah.
is the best stealth game probably ever made. The way they added camouflage that dynamically changes as you go through the game, the jungle setting, the story is really one of the best I've ever seen in a game. The characters, the way they built them up, and they took this character that you knew as a villain over the past 15 years and they completely flipped it on his head and made you understand his move towards the dark side. You can't really just say beside story because the story is so important in why that game is amazing. It's very, very important. It's just, I think Subsistence specifically mastered the stealth genre. Snake Eater didn't. It was Subsistence when they added the 3D camera control and they got the camouflage system working a little better because at the beginning it was a little clunky. You had to go into the menu and change it, but it became much more quick and easy to do. Once Subsistence came out, it was the definitive stealth game.
I'm gonna say this.
This is difficult.
Never played Resident Evil 4. Never played Metal Gear Solid. From what I understand, not to rock your boat. I love you. I played Halo as well. Metal Gear Solid belongs at number 2 out of this list so far. So if we're compromising,
I'm totally,
I don't know about that.
I would love to move Metal Gear Solid.
Every single
that's
video
just
game
my
that has
opinion,
ever
dude.
been made, or not every single one, but 90% of video games after Resident Evil 4 come out have utilized a QuickTime event. That was the first time it
Shenmue
ever...
started QuickTime events.
But not in an...
But I don't-
Not in the way that Greg likes.
No, not true. That's not what I was going to say. Not in a third-person action game that didn't have running mechanics or anything else going for it except the QuickTime events. That's basically what that
I would
game
say
is
God
based
of
off.
War then was before Resident Evil 4.
No. Not in the same way at all.
Why?
Button mashing...
Why?
Button mashing Because it's not
But
in
why
place of
are-
the story,
but
it's in
what
place of
is-
the combat.
Why are QuickTime events so great?
Because they integrated them with the story for the first time. It wasn't just a gameplay action.
But why
Your
is that a
QuickTime event
good
became
thing,
a
though?
motion in the story itself.
And now people hate QuickTime events.
Right. I don't understand why it's a good thing for.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I don't think QuickTime.
Regardless
events
of whether people hate them or not, they literally shape so many
that's
games
true.
now.
That's a fair point.
They shape
Sure.
almost every video game now. You can't play a video game nowadays that's in mainstream that people are talking about, and I bet you 9 times out of 10 that game has a QuickTime event in it.
I'm not saying Resident Evil 4 shouldn't be on this list.
Right.
I'm totally not saying that.
I
I'm
get
not
that,
saying
but
either.
I know I'm not saying Metal Gear Solid shouldn't be on this list.
Okay.
I want Metal Gear Solid on this list for you. I do. I get what it did. I saw my brother play the whole game. The game is incredible. I get that. Just for me personally, and I think as gaming as a whole, I think Resident Evil 4 was more influential than Metal Gear Solid 3. You said it's the greatest stealth game ever made. What came after that stealth-wise? Resident Evil 4, how many third-person action games came after Resident Evil 4?
There's a lot of stealth games that came after, but I mean, do you want me to name them all?
No, like good ones, I mean.
Splinter Cell series, for one, I mean, was a big
But
part.
Splinter Cell, especially after Metal Gear Solid 3 lost a lot of its stealth mechanics, it became third-person action.
Greg, you lost this, in my opinion.
How? How did I lose it?
Because Metal Gear Solid 3 was.
Let me know how I lost
I just feel like QuickTime events is a poor argument.
Right, I don't.
Okay, take out QuickTime events. That's not the only thing it had going for it.
Name something else.
After Resident Evil 4, how many third-person, over-the-shoulder action games came out after that?
A ton.
That were mainstream that people talked about.
Sure.
A lot. Name how many great stealth action
Greg,
games came out after Metal Gear Solid 3.
Metal Gear Solid
None.
3.
You just said it. It's the great stealth
Metal
action
Gear
game ever
Solid
made.
3 is apparently, and this is, again, I'm going off of from what I've seen and what I know. It
I
is
watched my brother play through the whole game. I know the story.
I know, and I know the story too, but it is apparently the defining game of an entire series that spanned more than your lifetime.
Okay, and once again, a series that not every gamer has played. Resident Evil 4
I get that, but
is one of the best-selling video games of
That
all
not
time.
everybody has played.
But
Compare the statistics.
I mean, why are we?
I haven't played either.
I don't think that's a criteria, first of all. I don't think we should use
Metal
that
Gear
as a
either, so I don't
criteria.
think that doesn't mean anything.
What do you mean? How can you not use that as a
I
criteria?
don't think we should use it reached a bigger audience as a criteria.
How can you not?
I
That's
feel
how
like
it
we're talking
defines a
about
game generation.
the best games of the generation.
Yeah. And reaching a bigger audience to influence more games that people are going to buy, that's totally a valid argument.
I mean, then we're going into a whole different territory.
I don't
here.
know.
I mean, God, we could go
I don't know,
into-
man. I feel like Greg might have won me back over. I will say that. Can we agree on one thing? I think either
Metal Gear Solid is going on this list. I'm okay with
Yeah, I'm
putting that on
happy
this
about
I think
that.
Resident Evil and Metal Gear both should come before Halo. I think Halo should be moved to number 4, and one of those two it should be 2 and 3.
Okay, can we agree then that number one?
Okay,
would
so number
be
4 is Halo 1.
Wind Waker, and then Resident Evil 4, then Metal Gear Solid 3.
Yes.
and then
That I'll
then
be
Halo
okay with.
1.
I
Yes.
just I really honestly truly in my heart believe in it.
I'm just glad
Nothing
that Metal Gear
against them.
Solid 3 got pushed up.
And I'm okay with Metroid being sacrificed because I understand that I'm weirdly infatuated with that game.
Okay, so you're not gonna really push for that one
I
anymore?
love it, but like
I didn't even
get
bring
it.
up SOCOM.
If
so we're
nobody
not even
wants
getting
it-
into that
That's true, yeah.
conversation.
If it's not in consider, if nobody wants it, I understand. I'm not gonna like. it's not-
Well, what was the other
it's not
one
a
that
hill
was
I'm gonna die on.
pretty commonly said?
You guys are gonna yell at me,
So-
but I know
Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts 1.
I'm not yelling
And when
for
you
that.
think about this game, yes, it's a Japanese RPG, but it's westernized in the sense that it gives you characters that aren't Final Fantasy. I love JRPGs because of this game.
And where
This
do you
game
think it should
introduced
go?
so many people to a JRPG that was so accessible for one, and number two, when you it got somebody like Dean.
It's
somebody,
an active RPG, which is very unique, and it was one of the first of its kind for the massive generation.
Are we all agreeing on it then?
I mean, that to me, I thought that was already at number 5.
I have an argument to make.
Go.
Fourth?
You're not gonna. Lie.
I'm willing to hear out arguments.
But I feel like God of War 2 really shaped action.
Don't laugh.
No, not laughing. I'm just laughing
not-
because of how different.
It is different, but it's super different. But like, I can understand like if it's not it's not a hill I'm gonna die on. I'm just saying it should be considered. I feel like just because to your point about Resident Evil, think about how many AAA action games came to be because of God of War.
I feel like I would be kind of deceiving who I am if I weren't to say right now Final Fantasy X is better than Kingdom Hearts 2 and 1. Just gonna get that
Was
out
Final
there.
Fantasy X?
But that's my point. No, but that's
Just telling you right now, Final Fantasy X is
But
better.
that's my point. Is if there's a better RPG, okay. Is Final Fantasy X as accessible as Kingdom Hearts 1? Absolutely not.
No, it's not.
And I think Kingdom Hearts, as far as JRPGs go, especially Western developers, to make a Fallout game and stuff that's accessible to people that want to get invested in RPG, Mass Effect inspired, like games like that, Kingdom Hearts 1 definitely influenced that way.
Would you be swayed any if I said that we will give an unofficial nod to God of War as number 6?
Again,
Oh my god!
again, it's no. It's
You're not even like you're rolling down the hill. You don't give a shit
it's
at all.
also not. It's not a hill I'm gonna die on. Because
rolling down the
I
hill.
understand like why. I understand why you want it. I do think, personally, God of War was more influential to that generation. I think a lot of big action games came to be because everyone was trying to get that success that God of War saw.
But when you thought, I think you got to think of it this way: when you're looking at Final Fantasy 15, the first thing that people said when they saw the gameplay was, "Oh wow, it has action-oriented gameplay like Kingdom Hearts."
Mm-hmm.
And if that's going to be the way that they're going, and a lot of RPGs are going that route because they're realizing that turn-based isn't everything that it used to be.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like honestly,
Kingdom Hearts 1 started the giant trend of action RPG.
Yeah.
right. So in that
Action
case,
JRPG.
right.
To a modern audience, not to like niche.
Not to pull any strings, but possibly even some influence over how Mass Effect played out or any other game.
I already said that. Mass Effect is 100% inspired by Kingdom Hearts.
I feel like not in in the traditional, but because it was
The
active
space travel is almost ripped directly. When you're in the spaceship and you're going from planet to planet, that's ripped out of Kingdom Hearts.
So I don't know. I feel.
I think there's like a weird. I like Kingdom Hearts. Don't get me wrong, but there's definitely like a weird infatuation with Kingdom Hearts among these people here.
Because Kingdom Hearts is a game that
Kingdom Hearts didn't do that well critically.
But Kingdom Hearts, the reason why it's cosplayed all the time and people talk about it like they love it so much is because
Every Final Fantasy game.
Yeah, but not to the extent.
Yes, to the
I
extent.
think Final Fantasy is much more of a household name than Kingdom
Final Fantasy 10.
Final Fantasy is a bigger name. I will give you
Final
that.
Fantasy 10 is still better than
But
Kingdom
that's why
Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts is better. Because Kingdom Hearts merges Final Fantasy, Disney characters, and its own original story with different genres of game. JRPG, action, cinematic story, cutscenes that are just stunning and beautiful. It stole that from Final Fantasy, but that's what makes it a better game.
two things. A, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
That's what this topic is. We
already
already created
did that,
our
yeah.
top 5.
Yeah.
We already went through that. We're trying to get a consensus on it, and Rare Man has a good point. What about Leisure Suit Larry?
The argument. The argument is the best part.
I get
don't
that
know,
you
man.
like Kingdom Hearts more, Stripe Girl. I'm just saying that if you go by Metacritic game ranking, sales, everything, Final Fantasy
No,
is
but you
better.
can't. No,
But you can't, because
do
then
that.
you can do the same thing for every other game.
That's what
I'm
it would-
just saying that I'm confused
hurt
by
the
the
other
weird
ones.
infatuation with Kingdom Hearts here,
Sure.
especially from two people that never played Final Fantasy X.
Sure.
And
Well, I realize
I
that's a
played Final
big
Fantasy
issue.
X.
purely ignoring. You play 6 hours. Give me a break.
Yeah, you don't. It doesn't.
What?
Down.
Your opinion counts
Six-
just as much as mine on it. So
No, it doesn't.
Did you? How many? Wait. Hold on a minute.
I'm 7.5
Are you-
hours into
Oh,
Final
okay.
Fantasy X number 1.
Are you and Mike agree? You guys are both pushing Kingdom Hearts 1 for.
Yeah.
the
I
fifth
mean,
slot.
I want to, but I'm not going to even win that war, and I have to win the Kingdom
feel
Hearts
like
war
that's
in
not even
general.
worth bringing
So
up.
I'm going to side with Greg and go with Kingdom Hearts.
I'm
1.
okay. I love Kingdom Hearts. I'm okay with losing this battle. Let me pause.
Do you
this.
have?
You're running super long.
Do you have one that you want for number 5?
I would have done Final Fantasy X before Kingdom Hearts. I would put Kingdom Hearts like number 6, like right behind it. But I would put Final Fantasy
God of
X
War
number
is
Just
five.
so we're clear, not putting Metroid Prime on this list.
Honestly, I feel like now we have to take into consideration Leisure Shoot. I can't.
I can't even say
It's
it.
over.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like everybody really wants Kingdom Hearts 5.
When you talk about Kingdom Hearts, it's merging genre of game. It's merging
Greg, we know
game
Kingdom
and
Hearts is.
entertainment. That's what
I want to
mean,
know
though.
from Drew why. We've already made our case for Kingdom Hearts. I feel.
Yeah.
Drew needs to explain.
I feel
why
like I
Final
love
Fantasy
Kingdom
X.
Hearts for many things. I love Kingdom Hearts for its action gameplay.
Okay.
I love Kingdom Hearts for its story that doesn't fit into the worlds themselves. I think that the overarching story of Kingdom Hearts is very interesting. I like what's going on. I like the original stuff that they have there. I think it actually falls apart when you consider all the Disney stuff. Especially
That's some of
Kingdom
the
Hearts
best
2.
Wait, what?
Especially Kingdom Hearts
Kingdom Hearts 2. That's why Kingdom Hearts
Especially,
2.
but
Yeah,
even
but-
Kingdom Hearts 1, I feel like there's not that much of a cohesive feel among Kingdom Hearts,
In
especially in
2,
comparison to Final Fantasy. I feel like just in general, Final Fantasy X was a little bit more. influential. It tried to do. I know where you're going to argue with this. Like Kingdom Hearts, it merges Final Fantasy and all this, but I think Final Fantasy X went back to turn-based, which is something that like was.
I love the combat. I love the combat probably in Final Fantasy X more than I do in Kingdom Hearts 1.
Well, jeez, like then that really surprises me. That I agree. I think
But
Final
the combat doesn't define the game.
No, it doesn't. But that's what I'm saying. I think Final Fantasy X's combat is better, and I think its story is better.
The story's
I
not
think
better.
the world
story is
is
not
better.
Drew, this is where you have to think with
Greg,
Final Fantasy. Though.
you played 7.5 hours.
No, but listen to me. You just said Final Fantasy X is a lot more cohesive. Final Fantasy X in the first hour of the game, if you don't know what the fuck is going on in that world in that game,
Greg, in the first
that's
hour
a 40-hour story.
100%.
You haven't even finished the first act yet.
100%. I understand that. I get that 100%.
Greg, in the first hour of Kingdom Hearts, you're kind of like, what the fuck is going on right now? I just want to see Donald Duck.
No, they attach you to all the. They attach everything. They make everything make sense.
No,
it may not. It's not a logical reasoning, but they make it all make sense. In Final Fantasy X, they don't.
You can't just say, "Oh, this makes sense because I said so," and be like, "Oh, okay, that makes sense then."
No, they give you a reason. I'm just saying it's not a logical reason. It would never happen.
Can
in
I
the
just
real
say
world.
also, I think Final Fantasy X, I like the ballsiness of Final Fantasy X.
Okay.
I really liked how they went after religion in that game. It's something that you don't see very often, and it's something that angered a lot of people, but I really love the anti-religion themes of it. It doesn't pull any punches. You will see eventually, especially with the ending, it does not pull any punches. That game goes for it.
Yeah.
Like, it was ballsy. I really liked where they were willing to go with that game.
Yeah.
So that's why I feel
like we compromised for your Resident Evil over Metal Gear. And I feel like it needs to be one or the other. We either move Metal Gear to 2 and Resident Evil to 3, or...
If I get Kingdom Hearts on the list, I'll put Metal Gear to 2.
Yeah, like, I'm going to agree with
So
that.
now we're doing bartering.
I feel like that's what this is all about, right? Which we gotta come to an agreement.
Bartering
When
now.
I think of Final Fantasy, I've only ever played 2 Final Fantasy games my whole life. Final Fantasy VII, which I got pretty far into that. You played 6 hours, give me a break. And then Final Fantasy X.
6
Final
hours
Fantasy
isn't
X,
pretty far
I'm
into
7.5 hours into Final Fantasy X.
You are literally less than 20% into that game.
I get that, I understand that, but the fact of the matter is, when I play Kingdom Hearts, that's a 15 to 20 hour game, and every single time I played that game, still to this day, and when I play it now, I want to go back, I want to continue playing through that story, playing through those worlds. In Final Fantasy X, I did not have the same urge at all. That being said, that I like Final Fantasy X's combat more. That's just how great of a game Kingdom Hearts was, is that it kept
I'm
making
glad
me
that you're
back.
fighting the same side, but I feel like your argument is bad.
I don't think
How
it's
is
that
it
bad,
bad?
because here's the thing. Sure, he's only 20% in, maybe. Why the fuck does that game take 7 hours to get good?
That's what I
It's
mean.
an RPG.
That's a problem.
It's an RPG.
But
So is Kingdom
that's the
Hearts.
thing.
Kingdom Hearts is good off the get-go.
No, it's not.
Like,
Kingdom Hearts is great
Kingdom
right
Hearts
off the
is
start.
not good until you get away from Traverse Town, in my
I
opinion.
agree.
No,
Yeah,
that's
honestly,
so
it's
far.
not.
I
It's
agree
not.
with
It's
that.
not good until you get to Tarzan Land. Alice in Wonderland sucks.
But there's something
Yeah,
to do.
you are
like,
right
if
on
you're
Alice in Wonderland.
7
No,
hours
Alice in
into a
Wonderland
game,
was
some
my
games are
favorite
over in 8 hours. Even though it's an RPG, like I feel like it can't get off that easy just because, like, well, it's an RPG. Like,
I kind of feel
You
like
can't say a
just because-
game
should be
get- a
fun
game
before
can
No, but that's
7
like
hours.
saying
Okay, calm down.
A game can catch a break for 40, having a 40-hour story, and me having to get through the first act of it in order to be like, all right, I'm invested now. That's not a
think
good
7 hours-
No, but at
criteria
the
for
same
a
time,
game.
it's just like going to another game and saying if you're not hooked, you have to take the whole grand scale of how long the game takes to play.
I am 7 hours into a
You
40-hour
weren't
game, and
enjoying
I'm
the
not
first 7 hours.
story-wise. No,
Really?
I hate Final Fantasy X story currently. The combat is the only thing that's pushing me forward.
That
right now.
blows my mind.
It's the only thing pushing me forward, and
You're not interested in like how he's gone to Spira, why he's there, like
I am.
what sin is.
I 100% am.
Well, damn, that's the story right now. Were you not devastated by the attack on
That's what I mean. All the emotional like cutscene moments where everyone was acting sad.
See, that blows my
none of
mind. Like
them
the
hit home.
sending where Yuna dances and sends all the people to the far plane and passes them on.
Totally missed me.
I don't know what to say to you then.
Totally missed me. She does a song and dance where these people's souls then go and is she sacrificing them to this god sin?
She's the only one that can allow the souls to pass on to the far plane, which is their version of heaven.
gentlemen, if I may,
Yes, please.
we need to come to a decision. Either I think you got to give Metal Gear the second slot.
If Kingdom Hearts 1 is number
move
5,
Resident Evil to
Metal
5,
Gear Solid
to-
3 can
to-
be number 2.
If that's the only way it's going to get on there, whatever, fine.
Andrew, are you okay with Metal Gear being bumped to 2?
Yes, I am.
And
In-
Final Fantasy
in lieu
Final
of-
Fantasy X is number 6.
and God of War,
You're right.
God of War is number 7.
Sure.
Number 6.
And then 8 is Metroid Prime, apparently.
No, Metroid Prime goes for God of War. Metroid Prime is awesome.
All right, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Fine. All right, can we go through first the
We did
PS3 Generation 7?
Welcome to my world, by the way.
You know, this was fun.
Happens to everyone.
My
No, I'm saying
my
I
favorite
tried
part of the
to
whole
be
night
as,
was, Greg, you're
as
6 hours
liberal
in,
as
give me a
possible.
break. I'm like,
I tried to be as liberal as possible with everything.
that's the first time Drew and I have ever
I love
argued.
this guy.
I love you so
I
much.
love this guy.
That's the first time we've ever constructively argued something.
And the
Really-
funniest part is it was literally over a 5 or 6 spot. Like,
I know, that's the best part.
Because in our
that
terms,
is very
6
true.
doesn't exist.
yeah. Okay, so Generation 7, Greg, what were the top 5 games according to the Level Up Network?
Number 5, Journey. Number 4, Call of Duty 4. Number 3, Red Dead Redemption. Number 2, Mass Effect 2. And number 1, The Last of Us.
I actually really think that's a good list.
I think that's a very solid
It's
list.
very diverse.
Very awesome that
That's
2
a
of
good
those
list.
are PlayStation exclusive, I want to point out. Journey and Last of
Okay.
Us.
Thanks, Greg.
I love that. So next
Generation
version.
6.
We have number 5, Kingdom Hearts 1. Thank you. Number 4 is Halo 1. Number 3, Resident Evil 4. Number 2, Metal Gear Solid 3. And number 1, Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker.
I also think that's a good list.
That's a good list. Those
I
are
love
good
that
lists.
list.
I think we did a good job,
I love
personally.
those lists.
We did a good job.
I'm just so happy Kingdom Hearts.
We did it.
I needed
You fought
it.
hard for that
I
one.
needed it.
You fought hard for that one. So.
I
You
needed
did.
it.
You deserve. You won. You did. You put up a good fight.
I'm really
love
happy,
Kingdom
too,
Hearts.
about Wind Waker being number 1. That
Me
game
too.
is
That game,
so
Wind Waker.
good.
That makes me so upset that you
You need
never
to play
played.
that,
I never
man.
knew that about
Get the
you.
HD
Get
edition.
me.
Get a Wii U and get the HD edition.
Okay,
Please.
give me
You gotta
one.
play it, man.
I might
Thanks.
give you mine if it means
Literally.
you'll get Wind Waker
Yes.
HD and play it. Because I'd never play that thing, so
I don't have it.
I think it's collecting dust. So
That sucks.
Wind Waker is that phenomenal.
it's
of a
so
game.
good. It really is so good.
I feel like I would use my Wii U.
I'm gonna use it. It's gonna be well after the NX comes out, and I can get these games for like fucking $3. And then I'm gonna buy the entire Wii catalog for $10 and play it all.
Done.
All right,
strategy.
that was crazy, man.
Can I go to bed now?
Yes, you can. Let me just thank our follows from the night here before moving on to our special thanks. We started rolling like credits. I love that. It's like we're having our credits roll while we're still talking. All right,
not done.
So we had a lot of non-follows tonight, but I'll read them off anyway. We had Winkin, we Skype y'all. Fuck you, Andrew. Greg loves the dick. Neo Archer.
Jesus.
I do.
Amalint, All Sideways, Dr. Doofensmertz, AgXGG, Luxandria, T-Learn, Demon Hunter, Greg is gay, ha 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 ha.
I am.
And Level Up host is, or Level Up is gay. Sorry, it's a ha ha ha.
We're all gay.
Thank you for the follows. And another one there from
Amalero 07.
no, I think it's L Miller. Something Miller.
There's no I there. We all need to get fucking eyesight checked. Actually, you probably read that right. I need to get my eyesight
It's
checked.
far away. It's kind of small.
It is,
There
right?
it is. Al Miller 07. Thank you for
You're
the
right.
follow. I really appreciate it. Keep them coming, guys. Hit that heart button at twitch.tv/levelupshow show as we go through our special thanks. These are our subs, patrons, and more. So special thanks go out. Never mind. That's wrong.
We've all.
I forgot we already reached the credits. I needed to just press play. I thought we were like we needed to move on. Special thanks go out to our subscribers: the Nine Fox, Greg Verga, Johnny Poolside, the Lone Gunman, Mr. Rager 909, Moofy, the Level Up Host Drew, Bass 023S, Topes 29340, Vantera. Vatak and Game Killer was also one of our new subscribers. Our patrons: Pussfilled Scab, Mr. Rager 909, Tyspin, BMC Music, TX Puck, DragonCon, Blakey1888, Mark Conklin, Alex Bustos, Lionhammer, Tobes 29340, Ginkgo Swag, and Dan Pihush. And finally, our moderators: Pussfilled Scab, the Nine Fox, TX Puck, GFN 2112, Ghost Games, and Guitar Freak 12345. And I also want to give a thanks to everybody that was involved in the poster for Baby Midori. That was
Yes.
amazing.
Yes, that was
Super
really
super
awesome.
sweet. I love that. I can't wait to hang that up down here.
Like I said, Kristen cried. She physically sobbed today.
She did. She actually started
Physically
sobbing.
She said, "I just can't believe I'm having a daughter." It was a good moment.
It was a good moment.
As
guys-
Rick says, and I can agree, longest show ever. But
Technically,
that,
no, it wasn't.
But the-
No,
technically,
No, it's
no.
not,
But
yeah.
longest show ever is in like we went longer, but we enjoyed it very much.
It was.
I
That was
enjoyed
fun.
it.
I like
enjoyed
doing
it.
that. I wouldn't be opposed to next week doing PS1 and
would
then
be
Super
fun.
Nintendo generation and
God rest our
just
souls.
continuing this
would be
marathon
fun.
here. It's fun. I love debating this
How's
kind
your
of
figures
stuff.
coming?
Lists are good.
Can't find any ones that I like that I can afford.
All right, guys. Greg is going to be on tomorrow.
Hashtag in
Maybe even at my house.
Yeah, you
Possibly,
staying
yeah.
tomorrow?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe I'll
if you
leave
want to just do it
after,
here.
Yeah, maybe I'll leave
In Day,
after.
which is Greg's new talk show on Mondays at twitch.tv/levelupshow. Tuesday will be Mike with something.
Possibly.
Division.
Sure.
Probably Division. Wednesdays is now off. We don't do things on Wednesdays anymore. But Thursdays is real big. Level Up Thursdays. This week being the very first ever episode of the Lights Up Show. That is a Level Up Network's dedicated movies, TV, Netflix talk show with Greg and I.
Yes.
It's going to be a big deal.
It's gonna be fucking awesome.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be cool.
I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Guys,
Yeah.
I don't want to say anything, but we're a big deal.
Yeah.
We're the biggest deal.
Okay, big deal.
Mic drop.
Okay, big deal.
Fridays off, Saturdays off, and Sunday is the Level Up Show, episode 115. Like, as I said, maybe we'll continue doing the top 5 for multiple generations. So thanks so much for watching, everybody. Stay tuned throughout the week for gaming talk shows and game streams. We'll catch you then. Until then, take care, and as always, don't forget to
Level up.
Level up.
One and two, three and four. I want to say 2 things. I rocked the yellow shirt tonight, I feel.
You did.
Number 1. Number 2, I still have such an adrenaline rush from the list making. Number 3, thank you once again, Baby Midori poster. Love that. Girl. Michael. Dean. It looks like a penis every time I click.
I don't ever do anything. You always wait for me to do shit.
Oh, that was not bad. Not bad.
I was here in person.
I rated a 9.
I love when that happens. Wait, give him a ring clink for the room.
Ring clink.
Rank link.
It's a beautiful thing.
We still are in love, guys. Never forget.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. We'll catch you throughout the week. Level up.
Level up.